Samahani, naomba samahani, usikuwe mteja tafadhali, 'cause baby I go crazy. I know lately I've been doing you wrong lately. Nipe chance, sema nami. Didn't mean to break your heart. Why didn't I treat you better? Promise to love you forever. After this, can we still be together? I wish that I could take it back. I wish that I could take it back. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we just go back to the love? I'll take you there. Forget the past and all that I've done. I love you only. I don't want nobody else but my side. Nimelipia madhambi, I paid the price. Baby niamini, mimi nakuahidi. Why didn't I treat you better? Promise to love you forever. After this, can we still be together? I wish that I could take it back. I wish that I could take it back. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry.
Why do smart people do stupid things? Or is it more stupid that you came clean? But I know you too well, you're a bad liar. You wouldn't last long if you were keeping things. Je unge kimya kimya ujifanye bubu. Would I have ever found out? Or is it sure? But secrets in relationships ni kama sumu. They go straight to the heart and then we're done for sure. But are we done for sure?
Why didn't I treat you better?
To be honest, we've had issues for a while now.
I promise to love you forever.
Don't think I have the strength to keep trying now.
After this, can we still be together? Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish that I could take it back. I wish that I could take it back. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. This feels like deja vu. Been here before, but not with you. I can't ignore the signs, 'cause you say it's real, but I know you're lying. I've heard all about your past, but still I feel like we could last. Falls down, all I blame is you. Falls down, all I blame is you. Stop, let's get on with it. No more waiting if you're serious. And I'm falling, no I'm crashing, 'cause this love feels everlasting. But now you broke my heart, we need to stay apart. I should have known it was wrong right from the very start. I regret my shattered trust, 'cause I'd already been through enough.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special edition of Power Morning Drive Show. Well, today we are doing something a little bit different. As you can see, the set is definitely not yellow. We are live on location. Why exactly are we live on location? I will be letting you know in a very short while. My name is Anne Wanyweke, and I welcome you to the Power Radio. Today, we're just going to have Power Radio as usual. Not as usual. Kidogo too off the script because we are live on location. Now, 28th of May is World Menstrual Hygiene Day. All right, did you get that right? And we are live on location in partnership with Ahadi Reusable Pads. We are going to be here from right now all the way till 1 p.m. for a day, half day full of conversations about some of the work that they are doing to fight stigmas around menstrual hygiene. We also will be having a lot of conversations around what they are doing in the area of fighting against period poverty, as well as ensuring that we can have some remedies towards this. And of course, we will be, definitely having more and more conversations as the day unfolds here. We are at the Kenya Cultural Center, Ukumbi Mdogo. If you want to make your way here, come and support, come and plug in into these conversations. It is a societal issue. Period poverty is a societal issue. Don't just think that it's only an issue for women and girls. If it affects women and girls, then it definitely affects all of us. And who else to have this conversation with other than the one and only Mr. Alan Kefa, who is the board chair at Ahadi Reusable Pads. We will be having a conversation with him just a little bit short in a while. I'll get him to introduce himself, but to give you, the household rules, rather. Remember, you can get in touch with us, or as always, to Power Radio across all social media handles. Find us there. If you have any questions to our guests, our lineup of guests this morning, and also spilling later on into the mid-morning, please get in touch with us on our social media handles, Power Radio, across all platforms. That's Facebook. We are also on Instagram as well as X. You can also find us on our YouTube channel, that is Power Radio, and also on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. Let's now get into our conversation. You, sir, good morning. How are you feeling?
Asante, good morning. Although it's a bit cold.
Yeah, it is. It's a very chilly morning, but we move regardless. Yep. Yes. All right. So for people who do not know who you are, kindly introduce yourself and your role at Ahadi Reusable Pads, and then we get into our conversation.
My name is Alan Kefa. In my introduction, I always omit pastor because it is not on my ID, but I function as a pastor. Right. And my role at Ahadi Reusable Pads is actually I am the board chair, and I do a bit of leadership development, coaching, as we develop the product and move forward.
Yes,
I am right at the center of menstrual hygiene because of this. And it's an interesting conversation we are going to have today, especially me being a man.
Yes.
It would be good just to hear what people think about men talking about menstrual hygiene.
And I mean, first, that's going to be my first question. You are a man here having a conversation about menstrual hygiene, about menstrual health, whether it be period poverty, whether it be access to menstrual health or products or services. Why is male allyship very pertinent when it comes to such conversations?
It's a conversation that is due. In fact, let me say overdue.
Yeah.
Because we can't have some issues that it's only women who are dealing with, yet it affects the whole society. I am really big on period poverty because there's a way you can partition the whole issue of menstrual hygiene. I'm really big on period poverty because the girl is disadvantaged, and a disadvantaged girl simply means then we are raising leaders who don't have the same shot at life as maybe their male counterparts or the counterparts who can be able to afford something as simple as a sanitary pad. Sanitary pads, for me, at the place of activism, I don't understand why government gives free condoms and not free sanitary pads. That's where the conversation should begin.
Right.
Because I think the stigma is worse at the place of menstrual hygiene than even at the place of giving out free condoms.
Yeah. And so when do you work closely with government or government agencies to kind of, bridge this gap?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
We go by what government says, and the government talks about bottom up.
Yeah.
So we begin with solving our own problems until we are visible. We try as much as possible to make a lot of noise, but the whole idea is not to leave somebody else to be responsible for the destiny of our children and for where we are going as a society. Because the biggest undoing of us as a nation, and probably just in our culture, we always think it's about the government, yet the government is simply a steward. We should be coming up with the solutions for what affects us as communities.
Right.
So for me, the issue of tunaomba serikali is where it has destroyed this nation. We have raised lazy people who don't want to look at their issues within the community. So for us, it's really what can we do with the little that we have, with the small opportunities that we have, so that then one girl at a time, and if we can save two, we thank God. Yeah. So that then we don't sit on our hands crying and waiting for somebody to come and solve the problems that actually we have an opportunity to solve.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of things that we can do, why are we here today? What is this event about, and what do you hope, if at all there's somebody who is still on their way, what would they come and expect this event to be about?
Today we are going to talk a lot about menstrual hygiene, being the official day for that. But I want to give you a background that will help you understand why I am here. I think that would help. And that has really been a limitation for the faith. And so what we have come up with, we have a discipleship track that is very simple. We believe strongly that discipleship's life is lived in the community. It is not lived in the four walls of the church. And so church should leave the four walls. Simple mathematics. The religious fanatic spends let's give them 12 hours of a week in church. That's somebody who is always in charge. But a week doesn't have 12 hours. A week has, if you do the math, is 8 hours times 24 times 7. You'll realize we're talking about hundreds of hours.
Right.
And so if I would want to very carefully put myself in the shoes of God, then I think God would be more keen on the hours you're not in charge than the hours you are in charge. And so we work very hard to make believers live their faith outside the four walls of the church. Because I think the devil is a bit bright. I don't think he would come and cause trouble for us in the four walls of the church. And so we spend so much time and energy and resources within the four walls of the church that we miss the opportunity to actually be effective with our ministry work. And so our first step in discipleship is go into the community, see how you can live out your faith in the community. Bottom line, the Bible was not written to non-believers. It was written to believers. So believers must come to church, get instruction, learn their faith, and go and live it out. So our discipleship is we go to the communities. Our outreach, we actually avoid crusades. We do need best outreach. We reach out to people where they are at with the issues they are grappling with. Once we do that, then we attract them to the church. So ours are also an outreach event.
Okay.
Where people come to the church and we try to do our music in a certain way, preaching that is relevant to the issues. Then from there, we push them into small groups. From the small groups, we push them into leadership development. Now, at the place of leadership development, everybody has a sphere where they function. Either you're a businessman, you're a sportsman, you're this, you're that. We develop somebody in a relevant way to what they are passionate about. Then we deploy them back to the community. And so that is how Ahadi comes into the picture. The Mama Ahadi, I hope you will have an interview with her at some point. Mama Ahadi is a member of our community, of our church community. Yeah. She has gone through this discipleship track. So the last part of our discipleship class, we call it Unleashed. So here's the breakdown. We believe you must belong before you believe.
Okay.
We bring people in just as they are, whether you're an unbeliever. We've had people who have come to church high and their lives have changed. You must feel like you belong before you believe. When you believe, we believe there will be a transformation. So we say believe, belong, believe, become. When you become, then there is beyond. We take you back to the four walls, outside the four walls of the church, into the community. So Mama Hadi came to the church. She has gone through the track. She has been developed as a leader. So she's now living her beyond. She's living her faith outside the four walls of the church. And based on her passion, she's a retired teacher.
Okay.
She knows how to teach. So her passion goes to children. And when now she goes out with that passion, she's the one who developed the program. For us, it was just to create an environment for her.
Yes.
Just to make sure that we support her, we encourage her, we prop her up, and send her out there. And she has been effective since we began. She began small, and it has since grown. Lives have been touched, lives has been changed, and we thank God for that.
Yeah. What are some of the barriers, that period poverty causes? Because I'm sure there's a couple of many problems that come as consequences of period poverty as we stand as a society.
On average, a girl who is going through a menstrual cycle has 4 days minimum, maybe 5 in a month that they are not, active. So a girl who doesn't have sanitary pads may miss school for 4 days, so that she can be able to go through that phase. Now, if you compute that, it means to go through that phase. Now, if you compute that, it means 4 days in a month translates to 12 days in a school, 3 months. If you compute that in a year, it then means this child actually misses a whole month of school because of her menstrual cycle. It means somebody who could afford pads or a boy will be in class when she's at home. Now, it doesn't sound so bad until you do it over the 4-year of our educational cycle. It means actually the child will miss 1 term of school because they were at home because of our menstrual cycle. That is big. 1 term simply means they have missed a whole 1/3 of their year.
And so reusable pads is one of the remedies that
The reusable pads is a good solution because at the cost of give or take 4 or 5 pads that they normally use, because I don't want to talk about the pricing here, but Mahadi will talk about that. A child can have pads that they can use for 2 years or even more, depending on how well they take care of the sanitary pads they receive.
Right.
And we've had stories. If you check in the news, there's a girl in one of the schools. She spotted, and then her teacher, a male teacher, made fun of her. That girl committed suicide.
Wow.
You can imagine how far it goes, and we have stories of girls going into prostitution.
Yes.
I visited Garissa a few years back into prostitution.
Yes.
I visited Garissa a few years back. I was doing another. Interesting to see that you would always see women squatting in the marketplace. I never knew with their menstrual cycle. They just squat and they sit there.
They call free bleeding. It's called free bleeding.
They squat there for the whole day until that cycle is gone. Then they can go on with their lives.
Yeah.
We've seen people use banana leaves or banana branches. I mean, it's a whole health mess and all that. And that's one side of it. If you now go back to the other side of it, you can do the math. This one purchase, and you have the environment, because the environment also is affected because of disposal now. Now it now takes care of the health angle. It also takes care of the environment angle, and it also goes into mental health because when you are not in school and other people are in school, it will affect your mental health. Even the teacher now, you can't teach. Your sequence is affected. So there's a whole thing that comes with the period poverty that it's a conversation that is long overdue.
Yeah. Going back to male allyship, are you teaching other boys also why it's important for them to be plugged? Boys also why it's important for them to be plugged into this conversation as well?
On our team that we have come here,
Yeah.
you will see boys. The cameraman, one of our cameraman is a boy. Some of the interns are boys, and we have this conversation.
Yes.
We make sure that we talk about, because it is our sisters, it is our daughters, it is our friends. We want them to have a clear shot in life like everybody else. Pivot poverty is one of the major causes of even prostitution, because girls have sex for pads. There's a whole
industrial
campaign.
complex. Yeah.
Yes, it's a whole campaign. Sex for pads.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that needs to be confronted and addressed.
Right. Oh, so what are some of the stereotypes and stigmas that are attached to issues around menstrual hygiene that you've been able to come across in your work?
Traditionally, even women themselves, when they are going through their menses, they don't want to come out in public. So it begins even with the victims themselves, and then the men will make fun of that. Like this girl who committed suicide, it is a teacher who thought it was something to laugh about, you know. And so there's all this whole thing with somebody. It's a very, very natural thing for a girl to go through her menstrual cycle. But our stereotype in community is that it is a season where, and there are all these names, you know, she's, I don't know, doing this, you know, visitors have come, you know, and all those names you give them. So it's something that is not, it's something that is not even spoken about openly, because we attach it to it's a bad thing, it's a wrong thing.
Demonized as well.
It has been demonized, actually.
Yeah. Are the reusable, so the name is a hardy reusable pads. Is it because you give the pads for free, or what is the access plan for these pads?
There's a whole business plan around it. But technically, for me, the easiest way is normally we sell them to people who can then donate. This is how it works. The people who actually use reusable pads, by default, most of them cannot afford. By default, because we actually the concept of reusable pads was because sanitary pads are expensive. So we target as much as possible corporates, the middle class, and all that. We have these campaigns like you can adopt a girl or adopt a school or something, so that then when you buy from us, we either allow you to donate to schools or to informal settlements, or we can donate on your behalf.
Yes.
We just go and donate to those who are in need.
Yeah. All right. So as we wrap up our conversation this morning, definitely there are some gains, in terms of progress that has been made, but there's definitely much more work to be done. So where do we go from this point? How much, when it comes to collaboration or collaborative efforts, what more needs to be done to ensure that this is not a conversation that we should be having in 2025?
I think just a mind shift. A mind shift where we don't demonize, menstrual health. That would be big. So we need to have these conversations very openly. We need to talk about menstrual health. We need to talk about, like one of our campaigns last year was put a period to period poverty, where it must come to an end. We must come to an end of this thing, and so everybody should be on board. This is a conversation that should be had at national level.
Yes. Because
one half of the population, actually more than one half of the population, is stigmatized, and unfortunately, even women, they frown upon such. I know of places where you've gone and somebody doesn't see the reusable pads as a solution, hygienic. Okay. They are being stored well. They are used. When they are not being used, they are stored again, they come back. And so you find for a whole year, somebody has not thrown anything into the environment. I think one person throws into the environment, I don't know the tonnage, I don't want to pretend that I do, but if I check somewhere where I've written, we can be able to calculate that. Yeah. So if you do that math by the number of people who are now using the reusable pads, it's big.
And how sustainable are they in terms of even environmental conservation? Because there's a big conversation globally about how we need to start thinking about sustainable and green solutions for whatever industries that we are.
And that's what we are saying.
Yeah.
Let's not let's not throw pads into the environment. If reusable pads are actually one of the solutions to that.
What material are they made by?
Let Mama Hadi talk about that.
Okay.
Me,
You are.
by limitation goes
Yes.
to
As far as
the branding part, the marketing part,
the strategic.
partnerships, the strategies.
Sawa.
So she will be able to give the details on the
Product itself.
On the product itself.
Yeah.
But on this other, the soft issues, I can be able to help on that.
Okay. Sawa. As we wrap up, your clarion call to either government, either well-wishers, anybody who wants to be a part of the change making as far as menstrual hygiene services, health is concerned.
For me, it's let's have this conversation.
Okay.
Let's have this conversation. It is a conversation that is due. It is due. Let's talk about it. Let's remove the stigma. Let's remove the stereotypes.
Yes.
Let's remove the fear. Let's talk about something that is God-given.
Yeah.
And let's not disadvantage half of our population, because if all of us one of us is unwell, then all of us are unwell.
Okay. Wow. Mr. Alan Kefa, thank you so much for making time to come and speak to us at Power Radio about the amazing work that you are doing at Ahadi, and we can't wait to listen into some of the deliberations that are going to come out of this conversation today and even beyond. Asanteni sana.
Asante, thanks for having me.
Awesome. That has been Mr. Alan Kefa. He is the board chair at Ahadi Reusable Pads, and you can tell from our discussion, the sentiment is quite simple. We need to destigmatize issues around menstrual health. You know, there's a lot of stigma around whether girls can even access, for example, products and services as pertains to their menstruation as well. So it's a conversation that we shall be having for the rest of, not the rest of today. We are here until 1 p.m. So if you can make your way here, please come at the Kenya Cultural Center. We shall be at Ukumbi Mdogo. This event is in partnership with Ahadi Reusable Pads for a day full of conversations around how can we pull our resources, our efforts, our ideas together to end period poverty and also fast track menstrual education and make it accessible to women and girls, not only locally in Kenya, but also across the region and, of course, on a global front. Let me take a quick breather. I'll be back with our next conversation, so do stick around on Power Radio. We'll be right back. Do not move a muscle.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Scream. I see you, I've seen through blank screens. We're about to win, it's closing in. I've been silencing the thoughts I see, the damage that it's causing, and all of the waves and waves of nausea. I scream. I see you, I see you. Keep saying I'm home soon, keep saying how the weather out here's so rude, but it's the only thing keeping me icy. I scream, I see the end. It all depends on these words, verses and verses. It feels like these curses. What's worse, my tear duct's about to burst. I know it's temporary, but the thought of failing scares me. I stay still, inactive, just to kill time, till I shine through. And I believe in you, believe in you. I scream. I see you, I've seen through blank screens. We're about to but we're about to win. It's closing in night. Show me just how much you love me. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Just want you to show me just how much you love me. I know what I wanna do. You know what I wanna do. You know I've been coming through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. I can see ya, just wanna be seen, yeah. Cause baby, have you seen me? Baby, have you seen me? Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Just want you to show me just how much you love me. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Just want you to show me just how much you love me. You ain't gonna waste my time, yeah. I don't wanna fight, baby, I don't wanna fight, yeah. Did me wrong and then you lied, yeah. I tried, yeah. Now I don't wanna. Cause when I waited, you broke my heart when I waited. So I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna waste my time, I won't beg. I don't wanna draw the line, you instead. I don't wanna waste my time, I won't beg you. And I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna leave my name in a page of your book on love we failed every day. I don't wanna make excuses, this is dead, yeah, it's dead, yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Just want you to show me just how much you love me. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Just want you to show me just how much you love me.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Anne Wanyoike. We are live on location at the World Menstrual Hygiene Day, which happens every 28th of May. We are here in partnership with Ahadi reusable pads, and we are live at the Kenya Cultural Center at the Ukumbi Mdogo Hall, where we shall be having conversations around what are different sector players doing across many counties in the country, doing to ensure that we destigmatize menstrual, issues around menstrual health, whether it's period poverty, whether it's cultural barriers towards the access of menstrual products and services as well. And we are just going to be looking into what are some of these different moving pieces that we can be able to all consolidate and also create a space where we can engage fully to find solutions for this. And one person that is also doing this amazing work is joining us this morning, and we are going to get into that conversation with them right now. But I tell you right now, you can get in touch with us, and also we are streaming this across all our social media handles. You can find us on Power Radio, that's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, as well as to X or Twitter. You can also find us on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. And now to our conversation. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Kindly start by introducing yourself and tell us a little bit about the work that you do within this space of menstrual hygiene.
My names are Elvis Kaiga Likobele. I'm a law enforcement officer by profession with the county government of Kakamega. I come from a Kolomani sub-county, and I have a project that I'm doing with the community that is called Major Sports Foundation. And it's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Salimia watu wa Ikolomani jamani.
Watu wangu wote wa Ikolomani, Kakamega, Kenya mzima. Nasalamia, nataka kuamini tunadumisha hii siku ya leo 28th May is International Day of the Menstrual Health Hygiene. So malipopote huko, just do something for the girl child.
Yes. Fantastic. So you we were chatting earlier, and you told me that you are, first of all, the founder and the patron at the Major Sports Foundation. But beyond that, you're also a lawyer. And the reason as to why I find that to be a very important sort of nexus point is you are able to kind of have a perspective, yes, from the legal side, but also from the community side, even when we talk about maybe cultural barriers to issues that affect women and girls in the society. So how are you using both of your different areas of expertise? How are you rendering them as a voice in the fight against menstrual barriers? Talk about period poverty, the shame and the stigmas that affect many women and girls back in the society and the communities that you work within.
Thank you. It's a privilege to have knowledge about something that maybe the community is perceiving to be a lady-sided thing. So we came up with the Major Sports Foundation.
Yes.
Our major focus is in sports, but how do we incorporate the menstrual aspect? Because if you look at the cultural barriers, you'll find that girls were not able to participate in sport because of the stigmatization. Like when I'm attending my menses, I can't be able to express myself in the field. But we came up with this project, so we are sensitizing the girls. Despite the fact that you might be attending your menses or you are going through something, you can still participate, because we realize that these girls have got a lot of potential in the field and also in the classroom. So we came up with a project called Edu Sport. We are incorporating both the sport and the education aspect for our girls. So when they are attending their menses, they can still participate in arts, in sports, creative arts.
Yeah. Why is it so important to even use the creative channels like sports, for example? How is it do you find that sports are a more, I guess, effective way to kind of use as a platform to educate the communities around issues of menstrual health?
Thanks to CBC, now sports has been incorporated in the education system in such a way that we have got career paths in sports. So if these youth are engaging in sports, they can also create a career out of it. So it's good to incorporate both the education aspect and the sports aspect in the education system.
Right. All right. So how long have you been doing your outreach program with even the Major Sports Foundation?
Okay, Major Sports Foundation, I registered with the Ministry of Sports in 2015. I was doing it, but I hadn't registered it. I was born and raised in Kibera, the slums of Kibera. So while I was growing up, I saw a lot of, I would call them injustices surrounding the menstrual health. So when I went back to my home in Ikolomani, I thought, this knowledge I have from the slums, how can I bring them on board in my rural community?
Yeah. So you did mention that some of the work that you do is organizing platforms for teen moms, school re-entry programs for maybe girls that have gone veered off and come back and help them in the retransitioning back to school. How successful has it been? And also, because I know some of these teen moms, one of the ways in which they get pregnant is because they are trying to also look for resources to be able to purchase these pads. So how has the re-entry program been working, and what are the success rates as well?
Yeah, there is this organization called FAWE, Forum for African Women Educationalist Forum. They came up with the concept of Tuseme, to come back to the community. We have polytechnics, we have university scholarship. They give them those platforms. They go back, they reinvent themselves, like a redemption.
Right. So the male allyship, you are a man, you are in this conversation with me right now. Why is it important for people of your gender to also not give a cold shoulder against this conversation? Because obviously it affects all of us as a society.
True. Boy child inclusion is very important in the sense that me as a man, I have a sister, I have a wife, I have a mother. I'm an uncle to someone. So if I'm sensitized or I'm educated about menstrual health, I'm able to, how can I call it now? Let me look for the right term.
You can use Swahili, it's fine.
Naweza jihusisha na mtoto msichana kuzuri. Kwa mfano, hapo nyuma mtu kama baba yako, kwa mfano acha tuchukue baba yako. Mama yako angeza mtuma pads.
Yeah, kwa duka.
Because he was not
inaonekana ni mambo ya wanawake
maneno ya wanawake.
Yes.
But the moment naleta boy child inclusion, like mimi sasa naweza kukuambia freely, I'm able to change a pad.
Yes.
I'm able to dispose it properly.
Yes.
I'm able to mentor somebody around me. I'm able to train girls about menstrual hygiene.
Yeah.
So you see, this is something that it is here to stay with us.
Yes.
There are situations whereby the father is the only one who is living with the
girl, with
the daughters.
Yes.
So if this father is not educated about issues around mental health, it may be put in an awkward situation whereby the daughter...
Yeah. Right. What has been the response from even the young men and the young boys that you train this, specifically the young boys and the young men? Yeah, are they excited? Ama wanashindwa sasa hizi ni gani mnatufunza?
No, because through the mentorship programs, we are able to train them that this is something that is there to stay with us. We have got our sisters, we have got our mothers who are going through this. So at least we started with the young kids below 13 years, below 15 years, below 17 years. So wale wenye nimeengage nao imekuwa rahisi because tulianza nao kitambo. Though kuna wengine bado wajaelewa, like as in, hata kumtuma pad bado ni ngumu, but wale wenye wako trained about it wame embrace.
Nice. You did mention that you also do some insurance of these mental products and services as well.
True.
Yeah.
So,
how is that facilitated?
We have partnered with some organization, for example, Hardy reusable pads.
Yeah.
Personally, I've never known about the reusable pads.
Okay.
I used to know these one-time use pads.
Yeah.
So when I heard about Hardy reusable pads, I wanted to get more insight about it. But something funny, our grandmothers or our great-grandmothers, imagine they were using the reusable pads.
How? Were they? How? Were they?
Yeah, they were using socks. They were using socks. They put nylon.
Yeah.
But
they found ways.
They found ways. So you see, like Hardy reusable pads, they are doing it in such a way that I'll say a little bit professional. And they also they do the trainings, they do the mentorship, so and how to use it, because there are some places if you say reusable they wouldn't understand, but given a chance, you come, you show them how it is done, up to disposal, to dispose. It's very easy.
Yeah. So as we conclude our conversation this morning, what is your clarion call for anybody who might be wanting to get involved in this work, but they do not even know where to begin? What can you advise them? Where can they begin?
Okay, I would say this is more of a social responsibility.
Okay.
For example, you're walking on your way, then you find a girl that has stained herself with the periods, and she's just lacking the product. So you see, it is also a social responsibility and a moral responsibility.
Right.
You just like, okay, issue in any pad, you can be able to buy a pad for that girl.
Yeah.
Alafu, it's all our responsibility. Let it be a collective responsibility. Let us not leave it to our ladies, to our women, like as in menstruation is all about women. To come, to shikane mikono, to dignify menstruation. Kuna products, let's tuzi-embrace. Alafu kuna like the reusable pads, I want to believe sana ni kule marginalized mali watu wezi access vitu zingine na maybe the slum setup. So to embrace pia reusable pads because they are cheaper, they are
sustainable.
sustainability.
Yeah.
So to embrace pia reusable pads.
Awesome. How can people get in touch with Elvis Kaiga and also uza sera?
We are based in Kakamega, but we do a lot. Not only in Kakamega, we also do sport mentorship. We also do sports ministry. So if you want to get to know more about Major, my telephone number is 07 20 62 74 23. And on TikTok, follow me at Major06 and Facebook, Elvis Kaiga.
Awesome. Mr. Elvis Kaiga, thank you so much for the preview now, but this is a conversation that obviously cannot end here. So thank you so much for the amazing work that you're doing back in Kakamega, and we look forward to more collaborations in the future. Who knows?
Pleasure's on mine.
Awesome. Asante sana. That has been Mr. Elvis Kaiga, and we have been talking to him about some of the work he's doing at the Major Sports Foundation, as well as his role as a law enforcement officer back in Kakamega County, as pertains this very very, I would say, layered conversation around menstruation health, menstrual health, as well as menstrual hygiene. And clearly, it's not a conversation that is going anywhere. It's also not a conversation that we can deplete in one sitting. So let me take a quick break, and I will see you with my next guest as we continue this conversation, as we find ways to...
No, I never do these things, but I'm all for risk, and I admit I love a little danger. A familiar stranger, I could get used to our brain. If we're on the same page, then we can keep it low-key. Promise not to tell nobody. You'll be the only. Just promise not to leave me lonely. First place the trophy, so it's better you don't know me. So can we keep it low-key? Yeah, can we keep it low-key? How long till one of us wants something more? I say we ride the wave and stay far away from the shore. Don't wanna be grounded, afraid of losing what we have. I'd rather be surrounded, drowning in your loving. Me, I don't understand what kind of hold you have on me. No, I never do these things, but I'm all for risk, and I admit I love a little danger. A familiar stranger, I could get used to our arrangement. Do you feel what I'm saying? If we're on the same page, then we can keep it low-key. Promise not to tell nobody. You'll be the only. Just promise not to leave me lonely. First place the trophy, so it's better you don't know me. So can we keep it low-key? If we keep
you're addicted. I know the shit you got wasn't the shit that you expected. I know you sitting pretty hoping that you didn't miss it. That all's forgiven, you're really tripping. I know you never will replace me. Losing it before you even taste it. Saying that you keep up with the chase, and I ain't even phased. It's kinda sad that all this went to waste. So we swing high, low, below. Let that heart flow. Just let me go. I know that you affected. We were looking at the goal before you went erected. I know you lied. I know you're lying, baby. And I'm so tired of pretending that there's something I'm defending, but I don't wanna end it. Oh, and now we lose it. You stay folded, but I cooled it. It's a dead thing, but I don't wanna end it, baby. I know you aren't sleeping, keeping posted on posts about me when I'm late night creeping. I didn't mind the deep end. The waves would rock me back and forth and keep me dreaming. Ring around your hose and nah, she's just my bro. And all these women, this is why we missed it. I leave my phone on silent and tears that left me blind. I know you lied. I know you're lying, baby. And I'm so tired of pretending that there's something I'm defending, but I don't wanna end it. Oh, and now we lose it. You stay folded, but I cooled it. It's a dead thing, but I don't wanna end it, baby.
To get loco, oh, see under the skin brown chocolate, the like cocoa, so smooth, yeah. It all down like water, and it all flows you down, cause I'm dripping, all this drip. I'm about to take you on another wild trip. Could you take me up, the object of my turn the heat up, feel the burn, yeah, cause we're flowing, I'm about to take you on another wild trip. Absolutely mechanical, yeah, smells so good, you're botanical, yeah. Red roses laid upon your bed, make it easy, like a pillow for your head, like a pillow for your head. I don't want no silence, I don't want your silence. I just wanna take you all the way, baby, no violence. Take me up higher, I'll take to my fire. Feel the burn, yeah, feel the
Minute of love, a minute of hate. Making mistakes, shying away. I would have held you closer if I could. You're bitter than I could ever taste. Now I'm in love and I'm effing wasted. I would have held you on top of my game. I'm on my way, yeah. So don't call me if you wait. Tryna vibe on my way. I'm on top of my game. See you wasting a chance in the corner, like you don't know I'm down to be on. Yeah, I keep on reminding you that you're mine. You're gonna wife me and I'm hanging.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, and my name is Caroline Morote here, live on location at the International Menstrual Hygiene Day. We are here having an event with the Hardy reusable pads, and we are being intentional, creating awareness, with regards to menstrual hygiene, period poverty, because that is something that we are tired of talking about without having solutions. So yes, the time is 3 minutes to 11. In case you are just joining us, karibu sana, and you've just listened to the good sounds of Bridget Blue akisema X. Yes, and speaking of impact and progressiveness and forward, kuna Gen Z Central up, I'm riding hard for the millennials, and so is my producer. Naka, unasikia watu millennial people are feeling cold this morning, guys. Ebu hug a millennial near you. It's not looking good. It's not looking baridi. Haitachupata mahali pazuri. But yes, Brenda, so you are working in the space of youth leadership, and particularly in a space, of empowering women. So is there a particular reason why you found yourself venturing into this career path, or ulijipata tu?
Okay, so the youth leadership is a part-time thing for me.
Okay.
So I have a strong passion and desire to create spaces where we can have open and honest conversations with these girls.
Yeah.
So that's one of the drives which made me actually venture into this.
Okay.
Though in my profession, that is day to day, I serve at Agriculture and Food Authority in the ICT department.
Okay.
So I'm proud to be a lady in tech, and my colleagues are actually watching, so shout out to them.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out.
Yeah, so that's basically what I do, and so during my free time, or just every day, I'll find myself representing today in this conversation.
Wow, that is quite inspiring. And then I just wanted to take a minute. I take a lot of minutes. I just like to talk to people. Mnasikia guys what people are doing in their free time. Alafu wewe unaenda dunda in your free time, unalala in your free time, Netflix and chill. And then there's a generation here that says that in their free time, she's a youth mentor. She is empowering young girls. But before we get into the girls, because today we are here to talk about menstrual hygiene awareness, so we're just going to be talking about girls all day long. What is it like being a woman in tech?
It's actually a nice field. So first things, I'll give credit to my boss.
Okay.
She's a lady and she inspires me.
Shout out Brenda's boss. We like you. We love you over here.
Yeah, so, tech is the future, and everything keeps on changing,
Yes.
and now we need to keep up on, the trend. So, of course, technology,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I think I just need to be up to date with everything.
Yeah.
Because in the coming years, everything will be like technology thing.
Right.
Like a technology thing. So,
Right.
So I think I just love being in such spaces.
Yeah.
And
Just being in a forward-moving space.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So a progressive young lady. Alafu umesema you work in the food and agriculture space.
Yeah, Agriculture and Food Authority.
Okay, Agriculture and Food Authority.
Yeah.
So they're not going to put mercury in our sugar anymore. Are you guys the ones who ensure? Have you guys seen the look on her face?
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. I think the policies are just being made.
Okay.
And everything is in check.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sawa.
no
So
pressure.
and aflatoxins kwa mahindi.
Hiyo inaangaliwa hiyo.
Inaangalia.
Bamba to bamba na hizo vitu.
Guys, we're safe. Tumeambiwa we're safe. Watu Waluya waendelee kukula sembe. Wakule na waenjoy. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys have been given freedom here. We have an expert, certified opinions, and she's saying we are in safe hands. Unajua tunaulizangwa, in whose hands are we safe? So we normally want to know, and we're feeling better off with this particular morning. Now speaking about umeita YWLC, and remind us what that stands for.
So Young Women Leaders Connect.
Young Women Leaders Connect. Okay, so what work do you guys do in that organization?
Okay, so Young Women Leaders Connect is it's a collective of passionate women, not necessarily young.
Okay.
So we've just talked about age. So
Yeah.
every person,
Yeah.
any age,
Yes.
regardless.
Yes.
So basically, it's more of a volunteer organization. So we visit schools, we have some events,
Yes.
then we get to have open conversations like what PowerAid is doing.
Wow.
So one of our goals is to create a safe space for everyone to be able to share the experiences honestly and openly without any fear.
Okay.
And then, of course, giving them a platform to feel heard,
Right.
seen, and also supported.
Right.
So that aside, we actually we get some time to donate some pads and maybe some essentials, like maybe in the children's homes. We can visit like underserved areas. Then we'll just donate clothes, sometimes food, pads. Hiyo ikosangi. So yeah, so basically that's what we do.
Okay.
And then it's more of just creating a platform.
Okay.
For empowering women,
Right.
both young and also old.
Yes.
So
just getting to see the needs in the community and seeing the best way that you guys can meet those needs.
yeah, the solutions to it.
Beautiful. Now you have mentioned underserved communities, and they always need pads.
Yeah.
Now is there we see a lot of organizations doing this work of supporting women in underserved communities. Has enough been done? Because I know such mnaweza sema ati you've been on the ground, because you're working directly with this young women, and with the young girls. Okay. So has enough been done, and where is there a gap?
So first things first, statistics show that over 65% of both young girls and women face challenges in accessing these menstrual products and also
65%.
information. Actually, over
6. That is crazy.
One thing I'd say is, as much as we are reaching out to some areas, you'll find that kuna some areas I don't know if kutengwa or something, like we're not getting there. And as much as we visit maybe 10 schools, 20, 30, that doesn't mean that's the whole population of people who require this products.
Yeah.
So I'll not say 100% has been done, but what I'd love to say is we need to come up with more organizations, volunteer organizations, because from where I'm standing, like the Young Women Leaders Connect, it's not that we can't get countrywide, but the more the advocacies about these organizations, the better, because, haba na haba ujaza kibaba. So if this organization is handling maybe the Western region, another one is in Central, another one is in the Northeastern or something. So I will not say 100 has been done, but we are getting there, and I hope soon this will not be a major issue. Yeah. So that's what I can say. We are not yet there, but we are getting there.
All right. So what I've been able to pick up is the need for there to be more collective action.
Yeah.
You know, so basically, you know, the organizations that are currently there are doing a good job, but because of the need, we just need more organizations.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I just want to speak because you guys are into the leadership aspect of it, and I would assume, or rather, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think leadership is possible without confidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need confidence.
Yes.
Actually.
So, what does confidence do for a young girl?
So first thing, let me just add a personal touch.
Okay.
So I'm 22.
Okay.
And I'll say this is my first radio show, and it actually takes courage and the confidence you've just mentioned.
Right.
So I feel like when one has confidence, you have the opportunity and a platform to actually express your voice, and maybe for others you can
Yes.
talk. As much as I'm talking, like Brenda, I think I'm also representing other voices. So I think confidence will take you to places.
Right,
And
right.
you can share your experiences. You can add insights on the topics maybe you'll be getting talk about. And I think we need confidence. And when a confidence, guys, you'll go far.
Yeah.
Trust.
Literally.
You'll go far.
Yeah.
Because you'll not be ashamed. I'm shy. You'll just find yourself just talking.
Yes.
And
Your
you
mind,
never know who's listening.
Yeah, your mind will never be the limiting factor.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Now, what do you guys do at a Young Women Leaders Connect with regards to intentionally building young girls' confidence?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we do, for example, we can request maybe a school, of course, the administration.
Okay.
Then, of course, there's these things called, I think, mentorship sessions in
Yes,
schools.
yes.
Like maybe a 1 hour or 2
Yeah,
hour session.
yes.
Then we can be invited to a particular school. So we'll get to talk to these girls. And then, of course, at first they won't be that open to share, najua, I'm rolling, I'm menstruating. So what we do is we actually interact with them one-on-one.
Okay.
So you'll find that after we go introduce ourselves, we'll just get some groups. So like you have a group of like 4.
Okay.
So you'll just share experiences, add a personal touch to it. And then
Right.
by the time you notice, the girls are actually so willing to share their experiences. And then, so basically we just create safe spaces.
Okay.
So to enable these girls to be willing and confident to share
To speak
their
up.
experiences
Yeah.
honestly and openly without
Yes.
being afraid.
Yeah.
So we create that atmosphere whereby we just make them just feel comfortable, feel at home, and then not the judgy, like, so it just make them feel comfortable and actually feel like they can actually talk to you and
Yes.
share even the secrets or
Yes.
something which someone has been afraid to share. So that aside, we empower them by telling them menstrual periods should not limit anyone in doing anything. And actually, it's not luxury. I think it's something which happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Until maybe at a particular age.
Yeah.
So that should not limit you in going to spaces or standing
Going
in
out,
watu
playing
kuongea,
sports.
literally.
Yeah.
So this should not be a limiting factor.
Yes.
Should actually be embraced in the community.
Yes.
And so the moment they see, kumbe it's a thing. I mean, so
Yeah.
it's not a crime.
It's not
to
a
be,
disease.
literally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so confidence is one of the things we try to build with these girls, maybe from a young age
Yeah.
as they grow.
Yeah.
And then, that's part of empowering them. You'll find some schools, maybe the rural areas.
Yes.
So some will not even have the enough pads. So you can beba some nini and just share with them.
Yeah.
Maybe show them how to use them.
Yes.
So, wengine hata wanaanzanga periods at a very young age.
Yeah.
And then you'll find that they don't have someone to tell them.
Right.
Like, so you'll find them missing school even.
Yeah.
Because they're scared, boys in class will laugh at me.
Yeah.
So what we do is we actually teach them. And then most of these schools are like mixed schools. So we'll also have a session with the boys.
I love that.
Because we need to support girls. So they need to feel, they belong in the classrooms.
Yes.
So even if someone messes themselves, they'll be, the boys will not laugh at them because one thing, when they laugh at you, you'll be like, shy, ama you'll feel like
you lose
you're
confidence.
intimidated or something. So we also involve the boys also
Okay.
in some conversation. Not really the deeper parts, but at least some literacy, to have some literacy on this topic.
Yes.
So ndo wakiona mtoto wa class amejimes, they would see it as a big deal. Oh, someone ameenda kutangaza huko. So you see the moment mtoto anasikia ameenda kutangaza huko break time, they'll be like, ata their self-esteem will
be affected.
Yeah,
It's
so
going to be really low.
we also involve the boys in the conversations. So that is in schools. Because, we just, majorly we visit the primary schools.
Okay.
But also we do like community outreach.
Okay.
So we can just go to a community and share the same.
Okay.
Not necessarily about menstrual periods, but other topics such
Alright.
as gender equality and everything. So that's basically what we do. I think I've said.
We have covered a lot, so we're going to unpack it bit by bit. Now, one of my favorite things that you've said out of everything is that we involve boys in these conversations. And now, what I want to find out from you is, why is that important? Why does it matter to involve boys? Because a lot of people kuinje, tulikuwa na show Monday, I believe, and one of the comments on the YouTube comment section as we were having our live show still about menstrual hygiene, somebody said apparently Mali alikuwa nasikiza hiyo interview, it was out loud, and there was a man somewhere in the vicinity na akasema, saa hizo ni nini mnaongelelea, ebu msimweke vitu za maana. And I was like, a man, a whole man, a full grown man with a deep voice and beard. And that's the comment that was being shared, and pia kuna hii ya usisumbue babako, kuja kwangu. Like, there's something that mothers, aunties, just female role models and mentors, when we were young girls. That's a lot of young ladies' stories where you've never had a conversation about your period or needing period products, whatever it is that you need. Most girls in our society, if there's a father figure around, they have never had that conversation. So just coming from that perspective, why is it important, that you guys continue empowering boys? Why do boys need to be empowered in this conversation? Because they don't have periods. So why does it matter?
So the menstrual periods, it's not just a topic for girls, about women.
Right.
I mean both boys and girls, men and women. So in offices we have both men and women. Every place, basically, we have both genders. And the reason why I feel like boys and men need to be empowered and enlightened on this topic is we should not take the periods like, ladies, So whenever they have information about, by the way, the periods are not an abomination. It's not something to make someone feel bad about them. It's actually, should I say nature?
Yes,
like it's something
nature.
which happens because
it's natural.
Adolescents, we get periods from maybe at 12.
Yes.
Then kupanda. So
for some girls, actually 8 years old.
Yeah. So I feel like they need to have information on this so that whenever it's in an open space or closed doors, whenever someone experiences their period, they'll not see it as it's something new or it's something yuck or, So I feel like also women feeling that men are also supportive in a way will boost their, like you can just show up in the office. I wouldn't call in sick at you because I'm in a space where there are men and I feel like I'm disgusting them or something. So I think men need to understand that the support, women need support from you, not necessarily unifunze how to use pads or something, but I feel you need to make me feel like I belong in a space where we are both
normal.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with me just because I'm different.
Yeah, and also the information they have will help them maybe understand that this time of the month for so and so for these ladies. And unajua tu tunakuanga tu na mood swings. So
yes, because PMS and P during, because they say pre-menstrual stress. PMS stands for premenstrual stress for those who might not be aware, but it goes into the period itself. It doesn't end before. For a lot of, you can't control it.
Yeah. So them having the information However little it is, it's just important because it'll, I mean, they'll just offer support somehow, maybe
Yeah.
emotionally,
Yeah.
physically, I don't
Yes.
know. But the point is, men should also be included in these conversations. They're not just women based,
Right.
but everyone is involved in this
Yeah.
somehow,
Yeah.
indirectly or directly.
Yes.
So I think it's just a support and also feeling like I'm not doing something wrong when I'm on my periods. I'm not at it's not a crime, it's
Yes.
not a
I'm
death
I'm a
thingy.
dignified human
Literally.
being. I don't reduce in dignity because I am menstruating.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think we can involve, because now we've talked about the young boys, the young men. How can we bring older men, who already have lived 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, who still have wives that are menstruating, daughters, cousins, or just a man in the society who has young girls around them? They might not be his relatives, but, they share spaces.
Yeah.
How do we bring them into this conversation, seeing as if we're talking about financial support, if mom is not home or auntie is not home or shosho is not home, I'm stranded. Yet there might be a man who loves me nearby, a healthy love, a healthy relationship, a father figure.
Yeah.
Lakini sasa sijui kumwongelesha na pia yeye labda hataki kusikia.
Yeah.
And maybe for him it's fear, ignorance, ama kuzoeshwa, because that's all they know. So what do you think needs to be done to bring older men? Because you see, it's easy when you go into the schools or into the community spaces and find young boys, they're receiving new information, and from there you shape them. Lakini kuna wenye wamesha kuwa shaped, and whatever they were shaped into is not helping anyone. How do we bring them along into this conversation?
Okay. So one of the things I can think of is first you can start with the offices. Kwanza, anything.
Yes.
So we can usually maybe, okay, of course we have both genders in a particular organization.
Right.
So you can come up with I wouldn't call it a field day or something.
Yeah.
But sure, we are having just a conversation. Now we are not just saying it's a women conversation only, but everyone involved. So first thing is actually spreading awareness.
Okay. So awareness.
Yeah.
Right.
And then from there, they'll accept. Of course, the ignorance part. Wako. I would say 100. Actually, just because I've gone somewhere to speak.
You're right.
100% of everyone will.
You will be receptive to what you have to say.
So of course, kuna wenye hata hiyo inihusu.
Yeah.
But at the same time.
By the way, hizi vitu zinatuestia
Hatufai
time.
kuchoka.
Ni za wamama, tuambiane ukweli.
Yeah.
Si zetu.
So hatufai kuchoka. I think these are conversations which are, these are very sensitive topic, but overlooked most of the time.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni story tu kina mama, So I also feel like, one, we spread awareness.
Right.
How someone will respond to it, I wouldn't say it's their own, what am I saying? However someone will receive the information, ama respond to it, that's them.
Yes.
So for you, just keep on. I feel
Create
like
awareness.
The more you just
persist
ongea tu,
continuously.
hata kama kuna mtu anakusikia, there's always that one person or two or
yes,
three.
when you wata change because
also,
of
huyu moja akisikia can also, I don't know, maybe share with someone
right,
else.
Right.
So spreading awareness is key. And maybe when you're talking about these conversations, we should not just invite ladies to talk. You can also maybe just request a guy or someone to just talk about the same.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just women-centered only.
Right.
So
men should have opinions.
Yeah, one can also be sitting here talking about the same topic.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah, spread the awareness as much as you can, guys.
I'm really happy for Power Radio listeners and viewers, because we've had a couple of men right before you came on, who have been speaking about their experiences in this just move to eradicate period poverty. Speaking of period poverty, sometimes I feel like the beginning is usually, just has a lot to say about where we are now, how we started off. So I would like to ask you about your personal story. How did you find out what periods are, and how was it the first time as a young girl when you got your period? What was your experience? If you don't mind sharing that with us.
I think I started my periods in class 7-8.
7-8.
Which
so
is
maybe
a standard time for almost everyone.
Yes, so 13, 14, thereabout.
So one thing, I have parents.
Yes.
So one thing from my mom, of course, she will be like, of course she'll have told us about, by the way, hivi kuko hivi na hivi. I won't say I struggled really, because also the school I was in, we usually had these sessions where people from outside or other teachers would just maybe come with a sample panty and a pad and show us. And also they used to give us the flora pads actually. So hata kama hujaanza, you have like 5 packets in your box. You know how to use them. So my experience was not that bad. I wouldn't say that you suffered. No, and that's valid. But that's just because I didn't suffer doesn't mean that sasa nimeongelea kila mtu. No, that's for sure. We have different experiences. Yes. And talking about poverty and lack of information, we can focus on not really focusing on a particular area, but for example, kuna huku ushago hizo za ndani. So you'll find that most of the girls during their periods wachanza at a very early age. So maybe at the guardians they don't have the information to pass to these kids. And also they don't feel like they have a space to even express themselves ama kuambia to the guardian. And then nimeanza okay, maybe they won't know ni periods. They won't even know the language. So hata unaweza sema nimeumia lakini sielewi. So you see, lack of information is actually a key problem. So because if this guardian knows, by the way, mtoto amekuja mimi anatoka damu, now I think I can take the initiative and tell them, by the way, you're a girl, you're growing, it's part of life, si kitu mbaya, and then you just show me teach them how to do so. So poverty comes in where hawana the resources, the pads, and also the poor sanitations in schools. Someone doesn't know how to take care of themselves after maybe changing a pad or actually, So I think poverty and lack of information, and also kuna taboos, which comes with the period topic, because maybe utasikia someone who's menstruating, they are unclean, they are not worthy, they are ready for marriage. Do you imagine a girl at maybe class 4 and has her periods? So the fact that I've started my periods doesn't make me ati nimefika sasa nini ya kuolewa. And so you find some communities, they don't care about, I wouldn't say they don't care about women, but that is a value. The value is attached to your ability to give birth. As soon as you're ready to give birth, your childhood has ended in their eyes. That's quite sad. So what can I say? What I can say is, as much as you, whoever is listening, or also myself, just because we didn't go through a hard time transitioning from childhood to maybe womanhood, I think that's how I can just describe it. Doesn't mean someone else somewhere is also going through a smooth process. We need to be aware. The more we spread awareness, the more we can reach to those places. And spread information. So it's not really it's actually a huge topic, but in overlooking, it's not talked about that much. So the moment we just have these conversations on maybe a daily, like just frequently, the better, because maybe leo nimeongea, someone from maybe somewhere won't hear me, but tomorrow they'll hear someone else talking about the same topic. And that's how now information gets to various people just across. So wow, that's quite empowering, and I think you've really emphasized on why we need to create awareness. That seems to be the key push. As long as you've created awareness, you might not be giving out pads, you might not be the one in the room showing the girl how to put the pad on their underwear, but just having conversations and being willing is something really important. But now, speaking of creating awareness, and you've spoken about maybe for those that did not have a hard time transitioning into womanhood. I am one of those, and I've shared how I had my first period, the information I was given, how I was prepared for it. And so that's just to draw back a little bit. How, for a parent or a guardian, an older sibling somewhere that's listening, so could you share what your mother told you? Just how did she prepare you? Maybe there's a parent out there, or a guardian who is willing, but they don't even know. So sometimes, unajua in class, tulikuwa tunaelewa na examples. Mwalimu kuexplainia, na pia huku nje tukicheza games ama tukifanya activities, tunafanyanga trisex. Umeeleza yani, but until tufanye trisex,
kuna mtu mwenye hajapata. So I feel like kupeana like your own story would give somebody an idea of, okay, this is something I could do, and because it worked, whatever worked for me, I've shared, you know. So whoever wants to pick it up can. So labda yako pia itasaidia mtu. So how did your mother prepare you, or your parents prepare you? You know, how did it start, and by the time your period came, what conversations were you having?
Yeah. So this comes from parenthood. I mean, I'm talking from maybe the parenthood
Perspective.
Yes. So one thing, I have supportive parents.
Yes.
And I'm proud to be theirs. So anyway, the one thing is creating a safe space for your child. I mean, they can just tell you anything.
Okay.
Like, hawataogopa ati naambia mom, something.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a parent, don't be so hard to the kids, as in just kuwa na ile space yenye mtoto atasikia, but I can actually approach mom or my dad.
Yes.
In case I find myself in such a situation.
Yes. Even if they're disciplinarians, they can still be approachable.
Yeah, true.
So that's the first thing. Be approachable. Create a safe space. Okay.
And then don't just talk about these topics at once in a blue moon. I mean, you can always include them in their
everyday conversations.
Yeah. So one thing, my mom usually keeps on asking, no, kind of boyfriend, we're just cooking. So you see, so maybe whatever.
Yeah.
So my point is, let it not be a one-time topic in the household.
Yeah, it's like interrogation.
Exactly.
Yeah, now when you are suspecting something.
Yeah, it should come naturally.
Yes.
And also, whenever someone feels like they are in a safe space, they can have open conversations without actually lying or beating around the bush. You'll just find them tell, baby, mom, I think nimeanza kunyesha. Call it kunyesha. So, and then maybe the mom will be like, so this is what you do and do and do.
Yeah.
But also, we should not wait until maybe mtu ameanza like, this is my day one. I don't know what I should do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what did your mom tell you before?
Okay.
Before you got your period? Was there a conversation, or how was it before you got your period?
As much as we were talking with my mom,
yes,
I also got it from school.
Okay.
Of course, shule tutafunzwa this is the women's reproductive system.
Unaonyesha uterus pale, ovaries, naambiwa kama yai kametoka.
Inakuanga kwa book. I think class 6.
Yeah.
So it started from way back.
Okay.
But also, we've had so many conversations with my mom. So, of course, time, itafika some age, you won't be a team mtoto tu.
Okay.
Na siku itafika, it can come earlier or later. But
so alikukalisha chini, akaanza tu kukuongelesha?
Yeah, but mostly kalisha chini ni my shosh, my mom's mom.
So alisemaje? Hizo ndio story nataka sasa, details like okay, so one day we were cooking, hivyo. So that now somebody's parent anaweza just chukua that example and you know.
Yeah. So of course from way back,
yes.
I think hakuwa na pads.
Okay, so this is your shosho?
The shush. The reusable.
Right.
So
clothes.
Yeah. Then maybe when it's full, I'll go clean,
wash it,
change. Ni kama anguo.
Yes.
But I don't feel like I'd advocate for that.
Yes.
That much because of sanitation and everything.
Okay.
So hey, we just do the pads.
Yes.
Ukimaliza just trash it.
The disposable ones. Okay.
So
alikuwa anatumia hizo reusable.
So and then she was like, hizi vitu zifanyikia wanawake na hautakuwa wa kwanza. Pia sisi tuko wazee hivi. Tulianza like zimekuwa.
So ulikuwa how old there about? Do you remember? Primary.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are just a young girl and she's just having a normal conversation with you. So akisema hizi vitu, at this point mnaongelea nini ndio mfike hapo?
What we're talking about is utapata vijana wanakatia.
Okay.
Utapata mimba. So you see, it started from
mimba,
be careful.
Cautioning.
Yeah, be careful. So the period topic came in and najua so ukianza kunyesha ama having your periods, now that makes you unaweza pata mimba.
Okay.
So basically her whole point was kupata mimba and everything.
Usipate
you
mimba.
mess around and then you trying something and then kiasi jameni.
Yes.
I'm pregnant and you're maybe in class 6, 7. So basically she was like, ukianza periods, it's not something that you should be scared.
Yes.
Ama ashamed. Ama it's a crime. Ata aki woi nini imenifanyikia. So it's normal. Na ikikuja that's why I'm saying should not be a conversation. Ati sasa nimeanza leo, tunaanza sahi lesson.
Yes.
So it should be a continuous
Yeah.
process and
Before, during,
Yeah.
after.
because unaweza jipata
Yeah.
you're in a space where maybe you don't have your mother around ama
Yeah.
your guardian.
True.
And then something just comes.
Yes.
So basically, if I didn't have a pad with me,
Yes.
I can just get and I know how to use it.
Yes,
ama,
because you're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just have conversations. Si lazima venye ati kwa interrogative ati so tukae chini tuanze kuongea. You see some point I feel are you judging? Am you trying to
Yeah.
pick something and
It
then you
might
can
scare
get back
you.
at me?
Yeah.
So it should be just
A natural conversation.
Yeah, literally.
So ulimuuliza maswali that now in that conversation, were you curious ama ulikuwa unaelewa kila kitu?
most of it I think I was just I was a bit shy because I was like, hey, sasa mbona shua naambia it like
Yeah.
like
Where is this coming
yeah,
from?
literally. So I had that nini. Tukatu like
This is awkward.
Yeah, but
you're like, this is awkward.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh. And did you understand? So she's talking to you and you're feeling awkward, but did you understand what she was talking about?
yeah, because as I've said, it's something which comes from school.
School.
Way back
Yeah,
from
so you
school.
had that basic
you're
education.
getting information.
Yeah.
You have some hint about.
Okay.
So it's like more of a practical and maybe someone from home. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So my mom made sure we have like pads. Hata kama mtu ajanza, ziko tu.
So
Like,
ulipewa ukiwa how old pads?
from let's say from class 4 or 5, I don't know.
Okay.
But what I'll say is, kuna watu walikuwa nakuja shule.
Okay.
Then they'll come talk to us. Tutaitwa girls, mnaitwa sijui dining hall.
Yes.
So kila mtu anatoka hapo na a packet.
Yes.
Regardless of whether
you're menstruating or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I used to have them. So I think from that 5, 6, I think. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay. And now when you got your period, was it just easy? Everything is just easy, like, okay, mesha kuja, sa smooth transition. How was that? What was the experience like?
So it was, of course, it was something new in
yeah.
my body.
Yes.
This is not something I'm used to.
A stranger?
Yeah.
Like, why are you coming out without my permission?
So, so after, I think also the environment I was in, it wasn't judgmental. I'll actually hide myself. So I think I had a conducive environment.
Okay.
And it was not that easy because of course ndaanza kusikia ni kama naumwa na tumbo, sielewi.
Okay.
Nasikia ni kama niko
Yeah.
mgonjwa.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was actually happy. Like ile
Finally.
kumbe naweza kuwa, you know, like
Yeah.
these things maybe I wanted to pia mimi nataka ku experience, you
Okay.
know. And
Okay.
then
You are
it
excited. You are
imekuja.
looking forward to being a young woman. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so and then we just continued. I think I'll just, of course I had the information I have.
Yes.
So ikikuja, use the pads for like some few hours, change, get another clean whatever.
Yes.
Trash it vizuri, funga
Yes.
vizuri, trash
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And then yeah, you can deliver till date and some few years to come. So
Wow. And now after you transitioned and you know your body has told you now you're a woman, in another society they would have said now you're ready for marriage, fortunately or unfortunately. So have you ever now had another conversation after that about periods, about menstruation with your grandma, with your mom, you know, with other older ladies in your community? Is that something that has happened where it's like, okay, now we talk about these things? Or is it, so ulishafika, sasa si huyu anajua, so how was that for you?
so this is not a conversation at ilisha.
Okay.
Inaendeleanga.
Okay.
But you'll find we won't address, they won't address it kama straightforward. Okay. Sasa basically she'll be like, so how you doing? Unaendelea vizuri? Changes.
Yes.
Naona umeanza kuwa mkubwa,
Yes.
you know? And then maybe the menstrual part will just
Itajipata hapo.
na bado najichunga nini. So but what I'll say in my church, utapata there's this youth service.
Okay.
So nama Sunday schools.
Yes.
So I get to see them being told on the same.
Okay.
So it's not just in our homes, but also
In the church spaces.
like churches
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
Because uko pia watoto wako Sunday school, these are like young kids anyway.
Right.
Youth pia wanaendelea kugrow.
Right.
So they still pass this information even in churches. So venye tu nilisema as I was beginning, it should not be a one-time conversation. It should be a day-to-day, not necessarily at a pointing out, leo tunaongelea menstrual periods.
Right.
So should be just a
Normal everyday conversation.
So say ati ni kitu kubwa, yes, but it's just
normalize
exactly,
it. Normalize it. Don't make it a special occasion.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. I feel like anybody who did not know how you can talk to a young girl about their periods, sahi hana excuse. Yeah, so kama we ni mzazi, you're a conversationalist, you're a Power Radio fan, you're listening to us or you're watching us, Brenda has been able to share her experience. I've shared mine, sijui mara ngapi, jameni, and we continue to ask women, how was your first experience? So some ladies have some not so pleasant, experiences, and then there's you, and the reason why yours was comfortable, it was periods are not always comfortable, but why yours was seemingly stress-free is because you had information, which means that information and support, and not feeling like we ni mnyama, we ni kas. And I feel like that made all the difference. And those things they're not expensive. Aside from the pad itself, information is not expensive. If you can talk, ama you can communicate, you can spread awareness. And I love that. So now let's talk about community engagement. So nimesikia hapo ukitaja church, right? What difference does it make? Because sir, do we have to? Ni must. See, sasa Brenda amesema watafunzwa shule. Yeah, so why are churches talking about this? Why does it matter? And which other spaces could do the same?
Okay, so community outreach, okay, it should not be only in schools.
Okay.
Churches, we also have humans.
Yes.
Both men and women.
Yeah.
Both young girls and young boys.
Yes.
And doesn't mean ati sasa nyoko shule juu sasa ndo wanapewa information ya periods, ati pekee ndo wana experience nini. Ati watu wako church.
Yeah.
So I also feel
there are people who don't make it to school, unfortunately. Yeah.
So churches comes in where, as much as someone has been told this in school, alafu apate pia church wanaambiwa,
ina reinforcewa.
We keep on spreading awareness regardless. Nimesikia mara 1 million imenichokesha.
Imekuwa common knowledge sasa. It's not a shock or a surprise. Yeah.
So in churches pia, it's just the same procedure anyway, because watakuwa na like a sample panty, wachoesha watoto hivi. Also, what I've seen, hawakwangi pamoja. Tuna boys go to that tent, girls here, but at the same time wanaongelesha the same topic, just because ni venye tu the girls wana maybe demonstrations, but the guys are also being told, by the way, those are your sisters, this happens, now you should not chekelea mtu ati no, this is for the young growing nini, because I feel like my age mates, it's itakuwa diabolical, someone laughing like shame on you. Of course it happens, but
like who raised you? Yeah, it will be a shame on you, you're the problem.
So churches, watoto wanaenda Sunday schools, they get these youth services and everything. So even as much as tunaenda church ku dance, there's more to that.
Right.
So utapata pia maybe hiyo siku ni Sunday, nasikia nimeanza periods as a small girl, and then I'll feel like leo tulikuwa na dance practice, staenda juu inanyesha. So this should not limit you, by the way, to feel you can't do other things just because you're nini. So as much as they are being told by their Sunday school teachers, just the elder people, ina create to wajue, by the way, this happens, it will come at some point in your life, na ikikuja, handle it like this. So as much as sijaanza, cause utakuja kuuliza mtu umeanza periods, haujaanza, kama hujaanza kaa huko. So it's an inclusive nini, engage hata watoto wadogo. You see these small girls, so engage them, cause hata kama hawataelewa at that point, they'll still go to school, they'll find the same information.
True.
Maybe imeelezewa differently, but it's the same concept anyway.
Right.
So they'll just keep on, hii kitu tuliambiwa church na nani, pia shule tumefika topic ya nini. So you see, the more they are aware, as much as they're not understanding really, they'll have something at the back of their minds, and as they grow, wataendelea to advance with the knowledge. Of course, it's a basic knowledge anyway, so si kuna anything advanced about it, because they'll just keep on learning. kumbe tuliambiwa hivi, so
Yeah.
kumbe it's something, it happens.
Yeah.
And imenifikia, so this is how I handle it.
Yeah.
So
Normalizing.
also the guardians, some teachers, some anyone just when someone is looking up to. I'm just a random person.
Yeah, community member.
Yeah, so just be approachable.
Right.
Naweza kuwa town and maybe, oh my God,
Nimejistain.
something happened. Then
Yeah.
maybe I'll,
Yeah.
do you maybe have a tampon or pad or something? So be approachable.
Yeah.
It's not a sin. It's
Yes.
not a crime.
Yes.
So yeah, we should be our sister's keeper and brother's keeper. So nikifeel, actually I feel supported. Now that will not even make me start being scared at you. Sasa ni nini hizi, you know.
Right.
So be approachable, support one another, and whatever you have, I might not have some piece of information. Maybe we just have a conversation, and then the next minute you get something from me.
Yeah.
I grasp something from you.
Yeah.
And everyone else. So
we're better off for it. Yeah, beautiful, guys. So just in case you're just joining us in this conversation, we're just talking about why it is important for us to be plugged into community, why it's important for us to continue creating awareness at the level, we're at. So she has really emphasized on the fact that the first place she got her primary knowledge about menstruation, periods, and how to take care of herself was in the school space, but also at home. She had her grandma, she had her mom having conversations once in a while in a very, natural setup, even if nile ya usipate mimba, just typical African grandmas, typical African moms, and we love them for it, because at the end of the day, who is going to raise these children, if we're not prepared to have them? And we've also touched on the importance of just understanding that menstruation is a dignified human process. It is natural, and I go a further step myself to say that it is something to be celebrated, because it shows that you are healthy.
Yeah.
It shows that you are ready to bring forth life, if that's a choice that you want to make. Now, something very interesting that I've picked up is that you're really vocal in just sharing that you got your information from school. Kuna watu wenye hakuna kitu walisikia kuhusu periods in their schools. Why do you think that disparity is? In that sa shule yetu tutafunzwa, they're gonna demonstrate, tunaenda home na pads, shule zingine. What's going on in the education system? Do you know what the issue is? Because I've heard now other people who come to share their stories and said that it was between them and God. Shule hakuna kitu waliambiwa. Yeah, so why do you think there's such a big disparity in our education system, where we are not really getting the same quality of education across the board, yet we're in the same country, same curriculum? Why do you think that is? Is it the teachers? Is it the system itself? Is it funding? Is it location? Ni nini?
I think one of the things is menstrual period, whatever. It's a very sensitive topic, but often overlooked.
Okay.
So utapata, okay, this is what I am assuming.
Okay.
First, utapata maybe tumefika hii topic, then itapitiwa tu juju, like, so like, I think they'll just assume, unajua or something, like.
Why is that? It's in the curriculum. Why are they would never assume naelewa quadratic equation. By the way, mwalimu Ahmad never assumed anything. Sijui kuhusu wenu. Wetu never assumed that tunaelewa. Like, imagine tulifunzwa juu, itabidi usikize, itabidi ufanye na ufanye tena na ufanye tena ndio ushike. So where do we get that notion that hii ni kitu ya juju alafu tupite nayo? Like, where is that assumption coming from?
So first, ignorance.
So we have ignorant educators pia.
Yeah. So I don't know, just ignorant, like, ignorance. That's not even that serious, know. So one thing is ignorance, and also locations pia is a factor.
Okay.
Because kuna uko mashinani zile, kuna mashinani na kuna kula mashinani.
Yeah.
Watu hata, they have not even heard about, they're not even schooling.
Yeah.
Like, ni kama ile sa in their roles. Men should just do this. Women wakai kwa nyumbani.
Yes.
They cook.
And there is no other example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So location space is also a factor.
Right.
And also I feel like as much as we have the information sisi, kuna places and taboos.
Okay.
So unapata sasa, okay, for example, kama niko mashinani. That's a location. Huwezi compare Nairobi na some ndani. So utapata even these resources, they're not even getting to them.
Right.
And that's why I started by saying we need to normalize having these advocacy organizations or something.
Yeah.
Because you never know who we are going to reach.
Yeah.
This time tutasema twende hizo route ya kwenda uko tu, like maybe twende kwa ndani. So the moment maybe sisi ndo thia nitangoaje destiny helpers.
Right.
So every day I usually tell Akiwoye, let me meet with my destiny helper. So you never know if you're going to be that child's destiny helper.
Yeah.
And as much as you're going to maybe take pads are expensive. Okay, expensive, but it's not supposed to be something someone can't get.
Yes.
And also now that comes in our leaders. Of course, kila area, we have our leaders. From maybe the MCAs, the community elders.
Right.
I feel like, kwanza, one thing they need to have is the information. Now, them having the information, they'll have it in their minds that, by the way, our girls in this community, they'll get to experience this. So they'll do something to ensure that they have access to these resources. Hata kama si tampons, at least pads.
Yeah.
So information is key. And also, we need to come up with more organizations.
Yeah.
Hata kama ulipwi na mtu, I mean, it's not that hard just talking and telling them, by the way, kuko hivi na hivi na hivi. And also maybe give a packet or two. Or
yes.
So as much as someone is aware, at the guardians, I think information is key. You come as in information, so I wouldn't even think about I need to have pads or something.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just stick to information and awareness. Na hii awareness itafikia watu aje coming up with more organizations.
Right.
This is volunteer organizations.
Right.
So just find your organization, mejitolea, a group of people, just support these guys.
Yeah.
Not everyone has access to these resources, by the way, at opportunities. So as much as you guys are the ones who are surrounding you, that mko na access to these things, that doesn't mean that sasa you get comfortable.
Yes.
Of course, kuna mtu mahali kwa zile za hata ile pad ya 50 bob. I think that should be the lowest amount for the pads. 50 bob hapati. So we need to come up with this, and also the local leaders.
Yes.
Amata, they need to actually take charge na wajue. As much as we are doing other developments, we should not overlook this issue.
Yeah. Yes.
Because women are also leaders for tomorrow. As much as everyone is a leader, the more we just keep on nurturing them from a very young age.
Yes.
And also, whether we can have access to this thing.
Right.
Wataendelea to grow, because I'm not saying they'll be on that same spot forever. They'll just maybe shida tu ya sometime, then someone will just come and also be featured on this radio and be like, nakumbuka kwenye nimetoka, there's this organization which came.
Right.
So that's when maybe I got my first pad,
Or information.
Yeah. Awareness, and also coming up with more volunteer programs these organizations. But we are doing this and this and this, empowering young girls. And also the local leaders, the national government, the county government, just to make sure that when I reach out to these guys. And mostly I think maybe in some schools, nitaenda shule, kuna maybe mtu hayuko shule, so nikipewa mbili, bebe kuna hitu tulipewa shule,
mnashikana
tukaambiwa hivi na hivi na hivi, so huyu mwenye kwa shule
bado anasaidika
pata from this one mwenye kwa shule.
Right.
So it's more of spreading awareness. Na tukiongelea leo tusikae hadi next year sasa, let's pick it from where we left.
International Day of Menstrual Hygiene, beautiful. Umetaja our leaders. Now something very interesting is that hapa pale I don't kabla ufike expressway ndio ingie GPO, kama unaona hiyo part into Kenyatta Avenue, that part of CBD, ulikuwa unapita poster ya a very big billboard ya former Senator Gloria Oroba, and I was like, haya, okay, sa ilikuwa inabadilika every few months. Unapata Christmas kulikuwa na ingine, New Year's kukawa na ingine. I think if I'm not mistaken there have been at least 3. They could have been 4, but mi nakumbuka at least 3 juu napitanga hapo nikitoka job, tukitoka studio yetu. So I asked myself, so now this leader is no longer in their position. Lakini sasa mbona billboard itolewe? And for me it goes into the sensationalization, yani just riding on we are using this cause to popularize ourselves.
Yeah.
Yet it's a serious need. So what, that being one example, juu zingine kama zile za kuongelea, hey, why can people use tampons? You know, Karen Nyamu, our friend pale kwa the socials, very entertaining. That is always a question on my mind. So I am ever suspicious of a lot of leaders, sana wale pale juu. You know, the senators, the governors, because unaona tu wanasema easy words, they're just throwing them there ni kama PowerPoints. Umewaiona hii software yenye it can give you which words you need to put in your CV so that you can get hired. Ama in your cover letter, you just need certain words because they're gonna scan, and as long as your CV has these words, saa inakuanga hivyo, as long as I'm a woman, lazima niongelee period poverty, lazima niongelee pads, nini. And for her, I was like, this is so beautiful, but if it was real, ama ni budget, ama ni nini, what do you think normally happens with leaders who just use these things which ladies and women and young girls are going through every single day? Wanatumia kama PR stunts, because at the end of the day, when we follow you, we realize your heart was never there. It was you, ulikuwa unatumia kujibrand. What would we say about that? Maybe there's a leader that's listening to this, or maybe there's a young leader, you know, like yourself, or somebody ata hajafika mahali uko. Yeah, like what support we need from leadership spaces.
So what I'll say is, regardless of your position, please don't take advantage of it. Just because maybe I'm in a space, or my position here, gender something.
Right.
I just won't. Okay, it's not fair to use I'm just branding myself. Nimeenda mahali, nimeinvitiwa, I just speak, and then after that, that's it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not really fair, because hata tukisema budget, surely vitu nyingi zina develop.
Imetoka in 1 week, you've been, you know, just gotten out of your position, whether it was fair or not, and then the post appear nayo. I was like, that's interesting. I really thought it was interesting. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
So I think kwanza we need support from these leaders.
A lot.
Because utapata not everyone at a personal level tusema nitatoa a certain amount of money by your two pads. Surely hii pesa ya government. At least hata kama it's the little, you know, the government has money.
Yes.
So I feel like
there's a national budget. Our
Literally.
taxes, we pay taxes, so we know the government has money.
So hiyo pesa ama hata kama haifiki kila mtu, please just do something tangible.
Yeah.
Let's not just talk just because I have to talk. Let me not just say, oh, menstrual periods, it's menstrual health day, and then that's it. After nimetoka hapo, cameras off, that's it. I feel like we need to do something tangible, because ata as a woman who's in the high position, ama whichever position, you also have periods. Ama you also experience the same. So that doesn't mean someone who's less capable of accessing even the little resources, kama just a pad.
Yeah, the basics.
At tampons, ama liners or something, just a pad. Please, just make it more accessible to these guys. Because just because I have potential to do something, I'ma get something like without struggling.
Yeah.
We also have to keep in mind we have others.
Yeah,
who
kuna
are not
wengine
even,
huku nje.
that privileged.
Yes.
So my what I can say is, please, let's just do whatever we say.
Yeah.
Tukisema tumetenga kidogo hapa ya kusupport some particular area, please let's do it.
Itumike huko.
Itarudi.
Be
Whatever you do will come
accountable.
back to you double portion. So
Right.
that's the bare minimum anyway.
Yeah.
So
Hawatakangi double portion, washajichukulia triple portion. Hiyo ndio shida. Our leaders, Meskia, please, accountability is extremely important, and I would like to believe strongly that that's something, that's a code that you stand by, you know, as somebody who calls themselves a young leader. And now as we round off this conversation, you know, as we wrap up, what would you say to young people out there, you know? And today is a special day. It's International World Menstrual Hygiene Day. Kumaanisha that this is a day that has been set aside in the international calendar to talk about these things, to create awareness, you know. So what would you say to, you know, just whoever it is that's listening, about what we need to continue doing? So you've already talked about awareness, you've talked about community organizations, just more volunteer organizations. You've talked about, just lending your support in kind, giving a pad, sharing information, creating safe spaces, but what message do you want to leave whoever it is that might be listening with regards to why this cause matters so much?
Okay. So today being an International Day on Menstrual Periods, just not about periods. It's more about dignity, health, and also education, literacy.
Right.
So, I'll add a personal story to that.
Okay.
Before I even
Go ahead.
wind up.
Yes.
So there's some time we went to a particular school, and then a girl. Okay, of course after tumeongea, then someone feels like, oh, Brenda is approachable, Lama, whoever.
Yes.
So she said that this time she missed school. Ati ameanza periods. Hizo tu shule za huko nini. Ati she missed school because ati, she started her periods and then she was feeling ashamed, I'm scared.
Wow, that's really sad.
So one thing I can tell whoever is listening, whoever is around you, next to you, please let them feel like they can trust you.
Right.
Najua trust ni ngumu. You have to earn someone's trust, but someone just be approachable. And also, it's not a crime for girls to have periods. Whether it's your young sister, your peers, your someone older than you, it happens. It's normal. Please, usi feel ashamed. Don't feel scared. Now I can't even stand mbele ya watu. It's because I'm, day 2 of my periods. I mean, it happens. It's life. Ata ukijimess, it happens. It's an accident, and it's not like you're dirty.
Right.
You're not.
Right.
It's just a mistake. Just something which came it happens. As much as me nasema wear pads nini. Kuna siku maybe I don't know, just mess myself. And
right.
I don't want to feel sasa nimechafua environment, a guy, sasa watu watasema nini.
Yeah.
So as much as I'm saying that,
yes,
boys, you don't experience, you don't have periods. So as much as that doesn't happen to you directly,
right.
Please, kuna someone, maybe your workmate, your mtu wa nyumbani, church, everywhere. Please make them feel you guys are not judgmental.
Right.
Because surely we need support.
Yes.
Na tukifeel so and so supportive, sitakuwa na feel intimidated ama hata shared. Bebe, mimi leo sisikii poa. Bebe, I'm on my periods. Like, it should be something normal anyway. So I'm inspired by some words by Michelle. There's no limit to what we as women can accomplish.
Okay.
So regardless of any day of the month.
Yeah.
So say maybe my periods are like 4 days a month.
Yeah.
At sasa 4 days, sasa I'm less. I'm worthless.
Yeah.
I can't even stand mbele ya watu ama say something.
Yes.
So we need to normalize this thing and not just talk about it just on specific dates, just because it's an international day to recognize this event. So it should be a day-to-day thing. I think I've been saying that the whole time.
Yeah.
So let's normalize this conversation. It's a very sensitive topic and a relevant one, but it's overlooked. Inaassumiwa tu. Ignorance. Hizo ni vitu za madem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So boys, please support this.
Yes.
Support us.
Yes.
So tukifilm na to support pia sisi itakuwa self-esteem itakuwa tu on top.
Right.
But the moment we are like, aki hata hawezi jua ananyesha,
Yeah.
So we need to create spaces where we can actually share experiences. My experience is not the same now your experience.
Yes, true.
And my background might not be the same as yours. So we need to create more spaces like this,
right,
to express ourselves.
Yes.
And have open and honest conversations on these topics. Not that these are delicate. It's not even a delicate topic, actually.
Yeah.
So we need to just normalize this topic. Where this is something normal. It's not a taboo. Ama guy. Sasa tunaongelea lazima tuingie huko ndani tujificha just because we are talking about periods. I mean, so it's not. It should not be like that.
Yeah.
So let's create safe spaces for everyone.
Right.
Not just women, but
right,
also boys.
Right.
Because maybe a boy will have some issue, not a feel highly expressed. But my point is, should be an inclusive thing, not just women, but also men and young girls and young boys. So, you never know.
Yeah.
Whenever I speak something, I share something, someone might pick something from whatever I said,
Right.
and also vice versa.
Right.
So let's normalize these topics, these conversations. They are not an abomination. It's normal. Hata ukijipata, I just hope we'll have access and a large reach to those
Everybody,
areas,
yeah,
everybody.
yes.
Because tuko equal anyway. At the end of the day, I'm not more special. Someone is not lesser.
Right.
And just because I'm here, ati sasa ni kama periods zimetengwa za specific people. So ni kila mtu.
Right.
So let's try and reach these people
Okay.
to see, just center
Right,
ati
around
us.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for everyone who's listening, it's not a crime. It's not an abomination. It's normal. I told you, mess. It's normal. Don't kill yourself. And you guys, please, no laughing, no judging. It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
And your mother, your sister, your wife, your
Yeah.
anyone,
Yeah.
any lady,
Yeah.
like around you,
Yeah.
experiences the same. So whatever you're willing to do for them, do to someone else, do to a stranger, because you never know. Unaweza amka umetoka kwa nyumba and then you're someone's destiny helper, and then they find themselves in a space like this and be like, but then there's a guy who helped me. Do you know? I'll feel proud.
Yeah.
Oh, hata kama nikumbuki jina,
Yeah.
I'll make impact
Yes,
in my life.
yes.
So be your sister's keeper and
Yeah.
your brother's keeper, and let's really normalize this conversation.
Yes. Wow. Beautiful. Now, I just want you to tell our listeners and viewers how they can plug into young women leaders if they're interested, and how they can get to do the work that you're doing. So whether it's plugging in, whether it is supporting socials, just let us know how we can join you guys in the work that you're doing.
Okay, so we have social media pages. There's Instagram at Young Women Leaders Connect. There's also LinkedIn and Twitter. But yeah, actually, you can reach us there, just Young Women Leaders Connect.
Right.
I'm also my personal page, whichever. But
What's your personal? Could you share your handles?
oh, my LinkedIn is Brenda Musenya.
Okay.
Then my Instagram is at Tunes. No, long story, but
Yes.
Brenda Musenya. I think
Right.
Brenda Tunes.
Right.
Tunes your music.
Okay.
You'll get me there.
Okay.
And
So there's a Brenda underscore or just Brenda Tunes?
no, just Tunes.
Okay.
But that's the username, and then there's the name.
Okay.
At Brenda iko kwa jina.
Okay.
And also in my bio, I have the Young Women Leaders Connect.
All
mentor.
right. All
So
right.
if you get to me or get to directly to Young Women Leaders Connect, that's fine. And we'll really be honored to have you guys
Yes.
reach out to us.
Yes.
And also just work together. I mean, you never know.
Yes.
So yeah.
Wow, Brenda, I'm so honored. I think we've had quite an impactful conversation in the sense that there's just so much to learn, also, and how you've emphasized on the need, to just dignify. This day is about dignity. That's something that you highlighted, and that awareness is the biggest game changer. Just doing the little you can where you're at. So here at Power Radio, and particularly Shivazations, I'm very glad and honored that you've been able to have this conversation with us. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you, and just send your highs and your thank yous to the people at Young Women Leaders Connect. So shout out to all of them, and also the ladies in tech pale wende usalimie boss wako, because you said that she's the one that makes your work easier. You guys are representing. So thank you so much for having this conversation with us. It's been an honor.
I'm delighted to be here.
Right.
It was a nice conversation. I really loved being here. And I don't know. I was just happy to be here.
Yeah.
And share. So thanks for listening.
Yes.
And thanks for whoever will listen to this later.
Yeah.
And I hope you'll get something. Even if it's not the whole conversation,
Yes.
you'll just pick something. Then maybe you can share to someone else who didn't tune in. But I hope it reaches as many people as possible.
Yes.
And guys, keep on doing what you do.
Okay, thank you.
It's such a nice space. And may God bless you guys.
Thank you.
And may your numbers keep on growing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Tumekubali hizo blessings. And for you that is tuned in, please do not touch that dial. We are going to be here with our next phenomenal guest. But where you are, just be intentional about celebrating World International Menstrual Hygiene Day. But from me and Brenda in this conversation, that's it for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
song because of you, because of the love you made me know is true. I sing this song because of you, because I hope that you love me too. Your smile got the best of me, so I'm singing you this melody. And even if this life ends now, I know that I am happy with you. I'm happy with you. I know that I am happy with you. Your smile, your voice, I know that I am happy with you. I sing this song because of you, because when you leave I don't see no one else. I may be daft, I may be young to say that I don't find this love. No, I don't got proof, but just listen to my heart say. Your smile got the best of me, so I'm singing you this melody. And even if this life ends now, I know that I am happy with you. I'm happy with you. I know that I am happy with you. Your smile, your voice, I know that I am happy with you. I'm happy with you. Your smile got the best of me, so I'm sure that this is meant to be. And even if this life ends now, I know that I am happy with you. Lay your roots beneath these evergreens. Lay your roots beneath these evergreens. Darling, tell the truth beneath these evergreens. We'll see our babies bloom beneath these evergreens. Daughter, they will see you as a flower, want you to wither and turn sour, but your roots are built like towers beneath you. Lay your roots beside this baobab tree. Lay your roots in ancient fertile trees. Lay your this birth. Will my roots thrive in this earth beneath you? Send your heart my way. Listen to the words that don't slip out my mouth. Just let me be the girl you always knew you'd give your love to in every kind of way. 'Cause I would wait all day to hear you say, Sechemoko kimadwaro en inkende. Just let me travel in the taste of blissful memories I miss when your kiss is all I know. 'Cause I would wait all day just to hear you say, your infectious smile seems to leave me in a trance. Do you see where you lead me? You don't know how you sent me spinning around waist deep, head down, eyes closed. I'm dreaming of a better place. And in your arms is where I'd like to stay. Start this, bro. I love you guys. Jeez. See, shit like this don't happen for everybody. And I can't count how many times I thought that you would leave me lonely. But y'all stay by my side. My real ride or dies light up my life. I promise Sijawaski, I had to take the time to tell y'all just how much I appreciate you. Take the time to really celebrate you. Don't need a special occasion. I don't need a special occasion. To tell y'all just how much I love you. Tell y'all that I really, really always be about you. Let this be a reminder for you. Just know that I'll always come through for you. One up in the air for the niggas that hold you down. And one up in the air for the niggas holding up my crown. Yini watu wangu wase, yini watu wangu Cause what did I do to deserve you? I hope I make you feel the way I do. I'm hoping that you know you've got me too. I'm hoping that you know that I see you. Take the time to tell you just how much I appreciate you. Take the time to celebrate you. I don't need a special occasion. No, I don't need a special occasion. Just to tell you just how much I love you. And to tell you that I'll really always be about you. Let this be a reminder for you. Just know that I'll always come through for you. Yeah, one up in the air for the niggas that hold you down. Yeah, one up in the air for the niggas holding up my crown. Yini watu wangu wase, yini watu wangu maze. Sitawahi kuacha msijale, sitawahi kuacha msijale. One more time,
Yo, you alright? You know, I'm wanting to find this guy. He's stressing me out. Just being consistently inconsistent. So, like, why are you still waiting?
I've been going back through my mind in phases, and you've been going too slow for what I'm expecting. Think about when it all started. Think about what you had promised. Waiting for a sign you'd be mine. Holding, I see me in your arms. I love it when you come back. Love it when you come back. Baby, when you're back, come and grab what's yours. Go and take what's yours. You're the only one. I live for the early mornings when I see your face. I know that this is my special place in every way. We speak hours on end. You've been more than afraid to me, oh, to me. So what's holding you back? Baby, there's nothing relaxed. Been through it all, way to fall. Been through it all, way to fall. So tell me where you got me. Waiting for a sign you'd be mine. Holding, I see me in your arms. Love it when you come back. Love it when you come back. Baby, when you're back, come and grab what's yours. Go and take what's yours. You're the only one.
What's gonna happen next? You know what? I'm just tired of all of this now. I'm
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you've forgotten, Ndogo, Kenya National Theatre, and we are commemorating the International World Menstrual Hygiene Day. We have we've had quite some conversations with different people, depending on what it is that they're doing towards eradicating period poverty. And we've spoken with artists, business people, organizers of this particular event that we're having here with Ahadi reusable pads. We've been at it since 8 a.m. and now it is 12:30. It is 22 minutes past 12, and we've been having good conversations. And to continue that trend, I have a phenomenal young woman here with me, and she's told me her name is Stella, but I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. So, hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Stella Karethi.
All right.
I'm 12 years old.
Okay, yay.
I school at Ambassador Academy School.
Ambassador Academy School. Sijui nyinyi guys kama mlisoma kwa academy, but that's where Stella goes to school. And what class are you in?
I'm in grade 6.
Grade 6. Maskia guys, they're no longer saying class. Wacha ni upgrade my syllabus. And so why are you here today at this event?
We came here to celebrate the girls and also make more awareness on girls, mostly on menstrual hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
And this topic, many people shy from it.
Yeah.
Mostly boys. And our community have kept boys away from this topic. They don't want them to even hear something.
Okay.
And also girls are left out, like you are not allowed to cook when you're having your periods. You're not allowed to associate with their friends. You're not allowed to be with people because of that.
Yeah.
And that's really bad. And we are trying to make more awareness
Yes.
with Ahadi reusable pads,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can just make sure no one is shying from this topic.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And so what are some of the conversations that you've had before, that tell you that there's a problem, that there's a lack of awareness? What have you had being said? What conversations have you been a part of before?
I've been hearing people don't have pads.
Mm-hmm.
Like some even they are poor.
Right.
Like that poverty now.
Yeah.
Some even wet. They mess around with their clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Some even don't go to school because of this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Now, I see that you've come with a lot of your schoolmates here at this event. So could you please let us know what your participation has been? What have you guys been doing?
We've been having a skit and
Yes.
also a play and a poem.
Right.
All those who are talking about this awareness.
Yes.
We've been just saying that this season no one should shy from it.
Mm-hmm.
We should make sure everyone is participating in this topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for making us wise about this topic. And now I'm really curious, is this something that you guys, because you've come from school and you've come together, but is this something that you guys talk about in school? And when it's spoken about in school, what exactly is said, if you can summarize it for us?
We do it in different subjects. I think so it's science and home science. Yeah, science and home science.
Okay.
And we talk about, mostly science is about improvising these
Right.
parts.
Yeah.
And home science is just talking about girls, how we should do our hygiene, how we should just make sure we are clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And why do you think it's important for boys to be a part of this conversation?
I think boys should not be out of this topic because boys also, because this is not a really a bad thing.
Yes.
So boys should just be here.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah, it's just natural.
Yes, and they are going to be they're part of our community.
Yeah, even I'm wondering why the people of the past just left the boys out of this topic.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
We also wonder. Now, what has been your favorite thing about the presentations that you guys have made? We've been here. We've not been able to watch because we've been here live, but we've heard a lot of it. There were cars, there was dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite part? What's your highlight?
My favorite part was the poem and the one that you were in class.
Yes.
Yeah. For
Okay.
Subira and Mina.
Okay.
How they were. There's a girl who's called Subira and there's this one who's called Mina.
All right.
Now Subira is suffering, she doesn't have money.
Okay.
And the friend Mina and there's also Zach and Malumbe.
Right.
They try to help her, how she's going to raise money Like, and then there's this boy who's called Shafi, who is like trying to blackmail Subira because Subira borrowed her money to buy pads.
Wow.
Now they are trying to fundraise some money to return for Shafi because he's like blackmailing the Subira. Yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting story. And the funny thing is that this is a lot of people's stories out there. You know, you hear a lot of unfortunate stories of girls, even as young as you, needing to, you know, just go out there and have very weird relationships with people in society because they don't have money for pads, you know, and that's really, really sad.
Yeah.
So what would you say to other young people your age, you know, it could be older and younger, about what they can do to create awareness?
I would just like them to, like, when you see a girl has like messed around with her clothes, don't go laughing and talking, like gossiping, something like that.
Yeah.
Just tell her, try to help her. You can even take your sweater and cover her and tell her you've done this and this, and you should just try and make something good. Not like, because you're still a girl, and something like that is still happening or can happen to you because we are just the same. So you should not like laugh at them, do something like that may hurt them.
Yes. So don't embarrass them, don't humiliate them. Yeah, because it's a dignified experience and we need to, you know, just contribute towards girls feeling normal.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. So thank you so much, Stella. I'm really curious. What do you want to be when you grow up? I was asked this all the time from the age of 7, before I lie, until you finish university, you're still being asked, when you grow up, what are you gonna be? So sijui wewe umefika wapi in what I want to be where I grow. Mine changed a lot. So right now, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Right now, I really want to be a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or a pilot.
What, a lawyer or a pilot?
Yeah.
Okay. Hapo nilikuwa na
Mostly
hizo-
lawyer.
Mostly hiyo ndio ina win. Why is that?
Because I just like to kuteta, like I make sure I win. I
Right.
make sure I'm the one who is winning.
Yes. So you like
I don't-
you like justice,
I like
defending
justice.
people's cause.
Defending,
Okay. And ni kesi gani umetetea mtu? Sijui class, ama ni home, ama ni wapi? So like yenye unaweza kumbuka hata kama it wasn't official, you're like, no, I did.
It was at home. My friend, they were lying at she went and took clothes in the hanging line.
Okay.
And she didn't.
They were accusing her of
They were
stealing.
accusing her. And since me, I had the evidence and I had the people who were there with the girl, I called them and we made sure she has won the case. Like, she's not like humiliated. And they said, "Ni mwizi."
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And now I'm pretty sure your friend was very grateful.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm very fearful for the future criminals of the world because if we have Stellas and others like her, then we are in safe hands. We've been talking about in whose hands are we safe? We are safe. I'm feeling very safe with you as a future lawyer. And even if it changes, I'm sure that you're going to do a good job. So I just want you to say just anything you want to the young people of Kenya, just anything.
I would like to tell you, you should always make awareness, and we want more ahadis.
More ahadis.
Yes, we don't want only one. Want more and more and more ahadis.
Okay, so more ahadis, guys, and creating awareness, and that is what Stella has to say. Thank you so much from us here at Power Radio. It's been a pleasure having this conversation with you, and I pray that you continue having a lovely day.
Amen. It was my pleasure too.
Likewise.
I fell into dusk I didn't know. You loved in a way I couldn't show. And now that the curtains are all closed, I'll bow, say goodbye and let you go. I thought I lost you, but I found myself alive. I thought I loved you, but I found myself alone. And if you ever find your way outside my door, just know I loved you, but I found myself alone. We made our promises for life. Then time came and pulled us from our lives. was all in my head. I thought I lost you, but I found myself alive. I thought I loved you, but I found myself alone. And if you ever find your way outside my door, just know I loved you, but I found myself alone. And I'm better than ever without you, without you. And I'm worth whatever without you, without you. When I'm breaking through all the pain, I realize that I'm bound to all the ways we dream of each other's peace. Don't you say you're sorry about it, my love. When you're aching, all the angels will be calling about it, my love. I'm anticipating, waiting, wondering if we'll make it to our destination. Wondering if our love is wasting away. How we drive into the separation. Can't forget to mention the tension's been lacking. I stay backtracking to the good days. Reverse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Caroline Morote here with you live at the Ahadi Reusable Pads International Menstrual Hygiene Day. We are talking about eradicating period poverty. We're talking about dignified periods and what does it look like when every woman and girl is catered for. Now, here to help me have this conversation, I'm going to allow him to introduce himself. But we are better off for being here today. So wherever it is that you are, just brace yourself to learn more about why it is important to dignify young women. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, please tell the people your name. Yeah, Sarakali, the ones you want to give them.
Okay. My name is Solomon Kusimba.
Okay.
I'm a teacher from the Ambassador Academy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so we've just had a conversation with Stella, and you look responsible, you look responsible. And from the things that she has shared, I would like to think that the educators around her are doing a good job of molding and nurturing the next generation. So what would you say about why it is important for young people to have conversations about menstrual hygiene?
Okay, it is very important, not unlike in our days while we're young, those things will be just for girls things.
Yes.
But right now it's very important because now the community consists of both girls and boys.
Yes.
And actually we should be able to talk to men more because they're the ones who support our girls.
Yes. And you've just mentioned something really important, which is the concept of allyship, just supporting and being able to stand, for people, even if you're not experiencing what they're experiencing. Now, Mimi, when I was growing up, I don't remember being in a position to ask my father about, but I don't think, tunapendana, nampenda, but I don't think he knows what I use for my, for my monthly menses. And we never even talked about it. Nijue kama akona shida, ama naogopa, ama it's just culture. I just know that you just don't ask your father about periods. So kama nilikuwa nimekosa pads, I had to look for my mother. Sijui ameenda trip, ameenda wapi, itabidi nimpigie yeye aniambie who should I talk to get this. So what has changed in that now we're having these conversations with men?
Okay, right now it's very important now because of during, as I've just said earlier, during that time there were girls things whereby a girl was supposed to talk to her mother.
Yeah.
Now nowadays we get to have a man living with his girls. So if you don't talk to them about that, he's going to talk to them.
Yeah.
Now they'll go ahead now looking for people maybe around there asking about the same thing.
Yeah.
And in the course of the day they're going to be misused by those the same people.
Yeah.
So nowadays because now let's say at your home, By the end of the month, usually we do some shopping
Yes.
for food stuff and
Yes.
whatever other things that you use for the
True.
entire month. So these are also when we are checklist, they're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Because the girls have to use them.
Right.
And you are the one to provide.
Yeah.
Actually, men are the ones supposed to be providing for the girls.
Right.
Yes.
Na si keki, si biscuits. These are not luxury goods. Yes. So now kuna kitu yenye juu umetaja budget, and I've just thought about my monthly salary na venye inakujanga ikiwa inafanyangwa hivyo. Yes. And so now what do you think about our government, our country, I don't know, our generation taking menstrual hygiene products as a luxury good to the point where they are taxed more than, for example, condoms and things? These are conversations we've been having for years, but I'm interested in hearing a man's opinion on that, seeing that you've insisted that a man should be the one to provide for his family.
Actually, I think those are the things they should be duty free. They should be, actually, the government should be providing them freely to our girls.
Yeah.
Yes, they should not be even sold. Yeah. The
Okay.
government should just budget for they should just come up with a program and even some NGOs. And actually today I've just learned that we have this reusable. Reusable is very important because with
Yes.
that one, if the other ones, when you buy it, maybe you have to buy it monthly.
Yes,
Now,
the disposable ones.
It reaches a point maybe you might lack maybe money to purchase them.
Yeah.
But when you have reusable, you buy it maybe once. So the girls will be just washing them, then
Yes.
using them.
Yes.
By so thing, I think we are going to solve that problem.
Yeah. Actually, yes, we had a conversation with Pastor Beth. She came on and we were having this conversation, I think, about 3 weeks ago, and she gave us a demonstration about the reason why we need reusable pads, other than for them being eco-friendly, is the fact that unfortunately a majority of Kenyan girls are living in very shameful period poverty. Shameful not because periods in themselves are shameful, but shameful in that situation has not yet been taken care of. So I'm glad that you and the kids have gotten, a chance to educate yourselves. But you've mentioned something, with regards to leaders and leadership. And on another perspective of leadership is yourself as an educator. What is an educator's role in creating awareness when it comes to dignity around periods and menstrual hygiene?
Okay, now like us, we educate our learners, both girls and boys, about it. We talk to our parents. Most of the parents, mostly men, they shy away talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
So one day when the father maybe is left at home with his girls,
Yeah.
so he might even give some, even they doesn't know how much it costs. So if he tries, maybe he can give small money to a
Yeah.
girl to go and purchase, and he doesn't know how many maybe per month he needs, how
Yes.
many, like
Yeah.
that kind of things.
I hear
So we
you.
try, we have some forums with our parents, we educate them, so that most of them are doing not because they don't know, they know, but they don't know. So when we educate all the people in the community, then we're going to come up with a solution. Yes, because we have even some people who who can help those who doesn't have.
Yeah.
Because now, in the past years, we had even early marriages, reason being because of sanitary towel. Get a girl, might get someone, because that person is helping him,
Yeah.
to buy for her that sanitary towel.
Yes.
He ends up misusing her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, we're going to have early marriages, and that one we're going to ruin the life of our girls.
Yeah.
And most of the people in the community get these girls after those early pregnancy. They end up maybe getting married, or they are now useless in the society because most of them doesn't continue with their education.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have killed their dream. And when we kill a dream for a girl, we are killing a dream for the entire world.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's really, really profound. And I would have to say that it's really heartbroken to imagine, that it's a reality that somebody would get into an early marriage as a teenager, as a child, because of sanitary towels. That's quite heartbreaking. And that reminds me of a story, where, just myself and a group of friends were taking care of some street families, just giving them food, having conversations. And one of the ladies, I asked the question, how comes it is that a lot of ladies in the streets tend to have multiple babies, yet you're not able to take, so I just wanted to understand from their perspective. And this young lady told me, she was, I think, 23 years old, and she had 3 babies already. And she told me that it's actually cheaper to get pregnant than to keep having your period and then having to sit down on the street. And I started to think about it, the privilege. It should not be privilege, but I started to think about when I see a street lady sitting down, and I'm just wondering, why is she there instead of working? It might be she's sitting there because she's bleeding, she's on her period, and she's not able to take care of it. So for the sake of dignity, she chooses to get pregnant because for 9 months, she doesn't have to worry about, and that's as much exposure as she has gotten. That's the solution that she has. So I think it's really important, the work that you're doing, that, if any one of these young learners was to, unfortunately, and God forbid, but if they were to leave school at an early age, they are better off because they have educators like yourself who are empowering them, and this is education, and educators are doing the work that parents, it's a collaboration that parents should do. Now, in the space of education, something that's really curious to me is how comes learners have different exposure. So I'm not even talking about public schools and private schools and that divide. I'm talking about even in public schools themselves. You'd find that there's a lady who's just had a conversation here right now, and she said that she was really well educated in school, and I'm sure like your learners are. But then now I speak to other ladies who grew up around the same time. The lady is 22 years now. I've spoken to other 22, 23-year-olds who told me that they went to schools where they were never told anything about periods. So from an educator's perspective, why do you think that is? If this is something that is catered for in the curriculum, this is something that is government has mandated should be taught in schools, sex education, menstrual hygiene education, why is it that it seems to be optional in some of the schools? Why do you think we're having that challenge?
Okay, I think the main problem we have in the curriculum, it is there, but I think some educators do shy maybe talking about the issue because of maybe culture.
Okay.
You have different cultures where
Yes.
there's some things you are not supposed to maybe to talk about them as
Right,
maybe
they're taboo.
They're taboo.
Yeah.
So they end up maybe when they get there just brush, they don't talk much
Yes,
about it.
yes. So how do you think we can bridge that gap? Because, if we're going to face this global, and national problems from a perspective of culture which limits us, because culture is beautiful, but when it's limiting, a young boy, a young girl from getting that education that they might never get from anywhere else, we need to look into solutions. So from your perspective, what do you think can be done? You have a very cultural woman, a very cultural man who hawajazoea. We don't talk about these things. In fact, it is shameful. Yet, it is owed to these children. What can we do to bridge that gap?
I think the most important, what we should do, we should inform them the importance of talking about the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, they are doing it because they are looking at their taboo and their culture.
Yes.
But they doesn't know the importance, the real sense of putting this open and talking about it. And most of we should even educate our religious leaders.
Okay.
Because most of our religious leaders are mostly respected in the community.
Right, they have influence.
So, they are very influential about the same issue. So they educate, and I believe some of them are doing that because they doesn't know.
Yeah.
They are not aware.
Yes,
They're
yes.
not aware.
It's ignorance.
Ignorance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we educate them in that community, I think we are going to come up with a solution. Yeah.
Okay.
And you see, most of you have just talked about the street families.
Mm-hmm.
Most of people think that not even street families, let's
Yes.
say less privileged people in the community.
Yes.
Most people think that the only problem they have is food.
Yes.
So when they're being given food, that's all. They doesn't know that there are other things.
Yes.
That they need.
Soap.
So
hygiene products.
So when we educate people, they'll be able to know now. If we give the person food, he also need ABCD. So it must be a package.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you so much for sharing your insight in this matter. So I just want to wrap up this conversation by having you just share whatever it is that's on your heart. Why it's important for educators, also for men, and the community at large to participate in events like this and to create awareness in our own little way where we have influence.
Okay, I think it's very important to educate our community and even taking care of our girls, because without girls, we don't have the community. Mothers are the ones who know to take care of people.
Yes.
Children.
Yeah,
They take
they
care of
nurture
children,
us.
They nurture us.
Yeah.
So can you imagine without taking over our girls, it means we don't have future. We don't have future. So we have,
Yes.
for us to have a good future, we have to take care of our girls.
Yes.
And it's not just a responsibility of maybe educators only or parents. Let's take it as a
Communal effort.
communal effort.
Yes.
Wherever we are, let's not shy talking about the same thing. Let's
Okay.
talk about it. Let's talk about it until people now understand.
Right.
And even our political leaders will also come in and support these children.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, sir, for having this conversation with us. We're very grateful for the good work that you're doing with the girls and just the work that you've, just put your best foot forward. Ungesema waende na mwalimu mwingine. So you being here also is a commitment to the things that is a show of commitment to the things that matter to you. So thank you so much, and continue doing this good work.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right. You too.
Alone in the dark. Know we had that spot. I know you miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me. Not only when you're tipsy, 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 tipsy. Ecstasy. I was your ecstasy. I know I made you happy, 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 happy. That was your ecstasy, ecstasy. Said you're doing better on your own, but every time I get a drunk call, I'm saying I can have it anywhere I want. Said you moved on, but it's me that you're stuck on. You cannot replace me. You say I sound crazy, but you know we caught a vibe, but you wanna patronize me. I don't take it personally. It'll always come back to me, back to me. Alone in the dark. Know we had that spot. I know you miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me, miss me. Not only when you're tipsy, 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 tipsy. Ecstasy. I was your ecstasy. I know I made you happy, 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 happy. That was your ecstasy, ecstasy.
Call me up, yeah, call me up. Hey, I can live like this, no more shawty. All we have is not enough for me. You know how I get when I'm tipsy. Calling you, do you miss me the way I do? Yeah. Slide, hey, I can slide over, come on. You know I could. I'm better on my own, but I still want you, still want you. Just ecstasy, you be all I need. You got all I need.
Ecstasy. I was your ecstasy. I know I made you happy, 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 happy.
time it ain't hard. Take it slow and don't rush. All those nights I was there for you, but now I'm giving too much patience. Yeah, can't stop, won't stop, I got patience. Yeah, too much love, this shit get dangerous. Done accepting all your changes. But now, baby girl,
I ain't got to fit into your shoes. I wish that this was fake news, but I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. I ain't got no patience. I feel my heart racing. I'm trying to be patient, but I just can't take it. I just can't take it.
This is Hendrik Sam.
Who knew that I'd be standing right here with you? Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew that I'd be doing this life with you? Who knew? Who knew?
Cause we are complicated kama hesabu, maswali mengi bila jawabu. I be thinking and I got no clue.
Welcome back to Power Radio, ladies and gentlemen, and we've just been listening to the good sound of I Choose You by Bridget Blue. Kuna mtu amekwambia that they've chosen you today, ama you're just like me. I have the love of Jesus. Jesus chose me. I don't know about you, but yeah, we are having a fantastic afternoon here at we are commemorating the International Day of Menstrual Hygiene awareness. So we are creating awareness, and we are having this particular event at the Kenya National Theatre, Ukumbi Ndogo, with Ahadi reusable pads. And I have just bumped into this, business people, very ferocious, people who are making things happen. Ukiambiwa go out there and start a business, then that's the conversation that we are having today. So please introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Stacy Mose.
Okay, hi Stacy.
I'm good.
Yes. So what do you do?
For now, we are marketing our spices.
Okay.
We are Pishibura.
Okay.
We are a wide
We
range.
can just move a bit closer to the mic.
We have a wide range of our spices.
Okay.
And we also have our condiments.
Right.
Yeah, so you can find us in your local supermarket.
Yes.
Or mini marts. Yeah.
Okay, and you just told me something really interesting before we came on air, that the spices that you guys do at Pishi Bora are 100% natural.
Yes.
Okay.
And they are locally sourced in Kenya.
Okay, locally sourced.
And also packaged right in Kenya.
Okay, so everything, support local.
Local.
Okay, so Pishi Bora is doing it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, kuna historia, spices are not healthy, Ebu niambie kama unajua where those rumors came from. Was it true? Is it true in some context? When is it true? Ama is it completely a myth and a rumor?
I think it's a myth.
Okay.
I know it's a myth.
Okay.
Because I believe every spice, every herb has its own function, has its own benefits. I can't really say that all of them are,
Okay. Okay.
bad or, yeah.
So maybe the ones that are not 100% natural. Labda. Yeah, because I was just telling you guys that, hey, mi napenda spices. And honestly, mi ukinipikia chakula bila spices, I will ask you, I'll eat your food with gratitude. Like, if we're friends, I'll be like, kwani umekoloniziwa tena? It's like the British have, please, if you're a British fan, just, I love you, but you guys, they drown the food. They refuse to spice and flavor their food.
Add a little flavor.
Yes. So what do spices do inside a meal?
They add more life to the food. You feel like it brings more life to the food.
Yes.
You feel also nice. It
Yeah.
elevates everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
The flavor and the difference between the chicken you cook at home sometimes then you unaenda kununua mkawa, most likely ni spices. Yeah, most likely it's the spices, and that's how, you know, unaweza nipea ingredients pia, like you have ingredients as well, lakini we come out with two different tastes because of, okay, the style matters, the method matters, but pia, what are the ingredients, the spices that you have put inside? So, you know, just a beautiful way to elevate your meal. Now, I want to talk about, like, you know, just a local entrepreneurship, you know, in our country. Sai, the economy is making people go through, like, people are going through a lot. People's characters are being sharpened, some are being destroyed because the economy is just doing the most. So why is it important for us to venture out and just create things of our own and just find a way to bring income back into our pockets?
I think it's like you said, with the economy, it's very vital for us to just find a way to bring food to the table.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, if you have something that you really want to venture into, don't be scared.
Okay.
Don't be scared. Just take that step.
Okay.
You will have a few bumps here and there, but
Yeah.
just take that step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na mimi nikisema I want to deal in black market organs, human liver, hearts, ebu ni advice. Because apparently there's a lot of money. Ebu ni advice as a loving fellow citizen.
As long as it's not me.
Guys, the youth. Ebu mwogope, guys. This nice faces.
No.
No, I hear you. Mimi, nilikuwa nasema, if I was ever stranded for money, this is me throughout high school. As a born-again Christian, if I was ever strapped for cash, I'm going to become a stripper. Today, years old, kuna venye ata M-Pesa ifike wapi. Sijui mbaba niangalie. Kama leo, oh my God, I sat by Jivanji and I was wiping my shoes with a wet wipe. Juu nimetoka Gashie and tufika Gashie kuna barabara inaitwa Red Hill. And the reason why it's called Red Hill ni juu huko kuna matope ya red. So hata ukiguza tu kidogo tunakaa kama you've walked from Limuru. It's embarrassing. So I just bent over to wipe my shoes, nikakalia hii ukuta ya Jivanji as I was walking here. And this man in his car decided that now it's time for him to get my attention. Akasema, hey, madam. So I ignored him because I'm like, there's no way you could be talking about me. There's no way. Alafu nikasimama and he's still like, hey, madam. And I realized I don't have, no matter how broke I am, aki sina time ya morals kuchange hivi. Yeah, you know. So that was just a, you know, just a fun something that I experienced this morning, and to say that the economy should not change us, you know, and there's beautiful things that we can do. So now I want you to tell me which of these niko sure ume experience personally, which of this is your favorite, hata kama si zenye tuko nazo hapa.
My personal favorite,
yeah,
we have our garlic ginger paste.
Our garlic ginger paste.
Yeah, this one you can use it in a variety of dishes.
Right.
Maybe in meat, in chicken. You
Okay.
can use it as a for marinades.
Okay.
You can use it as a marinada.
What is marinating? Because wa Kenya tuna struggle. Ebu tueleze ku marinade. Ni nini?
Okay, marinating is just rubbing the paste on on your meat or your chicken, and simply, and then you can cover it and refrigerate it so that the flavors are really, you know, absorbed into the food.
So our watu wa kutupikia nyama choma yenye, it just looks like the meat just died right now. Na haina ni nyama bila anything else. Ebu waongeleshe kidogo kuhusu.
This is our garlic gin, 100% natural, and it doesn't require any refrigeration.
Okay.
As long as you just use a clean spoon, it's good to go.
Right.
On a shelf life up to 3 years.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
Jameni, hiyo unamaliza in 1 month.
Yeah.
If you're a serious cook like me, okay, shida ni nyama. I'm a very serious.
You can also use it in eggs. You see when
Eggs?
you're scrambling eggs, you just put a little sauce in it. It's amazing.
Wow.
Very
I'm actually going to try that out. Umenipea. Sijawai jaribu like fresh garlic ginger apple. Yeah. Okay. So now when it comes to spices, so I don't know if you guys hapa kwa Pishi Bora, if you guys familiarize yourselves with the benefits of these spices. So can you walk us through some of these things? Labda maybe turmeric, unasikia it's good for this. Ginger, unasikia it's good for this. Kuna ingine black. So what are you familiar with regards to the benefits of these spices? Because honestly, there are people out here who are slandering spices.
Okay, for most spices,
yes,
I know are really good in our digestion.
So digestion,
our digestion.
Okay.
Like the ginger and the garlic, they're really good in what's it called? Like for someone who has the bloating,
okay,
it really helps with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it helps you to detox.
To detox.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now you guys are here and you guys are sharing your products with us here, and also I'm sure just guys should come pass by and support you. But we're here at the Ahadi reusable pads event to commemorate the International Day of Menstrual Hygiene. Why are you guys here? You could have been anywhere else, kwa duka somewhere, kwa mall somewhere, but you guys decided to come to this event. So why does it matter, for businesses and local businesses to participate in events like this?
No, it's all about empowerment. In as much as we are also, trying to make sales, it's also about empowerment.
Okay.
We're coming here to be seen that we are also commemorating in this event.
Mm-hmm.
It also shows that we are supporting we're supporting the event, we're supporting them, the
girls,
the
organizers.
The organizers.
Yes. All right. Beautiful. And everybody. And that just goes to show you that you don't need to be an activist. You don't need to necessarily specifically work in the menstrual health and menstrual hygiene space. You could be, a business owner, a business practitioner, in sales, in marketing, and you show up at events like this. You collaborate, display your goods, and that is giving back because you're just adding life like spices to the event. So Stacey, I would like to thank you and encourage somebody right now who is saying, "Hey, maisha ni ngumu." Natafuta mbaba. Ebu just encourage them and give them just leave them with something spicy.
From experience, I will just say take that step.
Okay.
Whatever it is you had in mind, just do it.
Okay.
As long as you know it's for the good, it's
right.
for the better, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
All right, even you amesema, just do it. So whenever you're thinking like I should probably stop adding black pepper in this food, ongeza until your ancestors say stop. Just add, okay? That's from me. That's from me. Yeah. So thank you so much for having this conversation with us. We're honored to have you here at Power Radio and continue having a spicy afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome. And for you that are listening and watching, don't touch that dial. We are going to be back sooner than you think.
I'm trying to see it from your point of view.
And when the world around me don't make sense, you put your hands around me like a necklace. I put nobody over you. I give you me, you give me all of you.
I choose you. I don't ever want to lose you. Can't imagine it if you walk away. Don't ever walk away. Don't walk away, my love.
And I choose you. I don't ever want to lose you. Can't imagine it if you walk away. Don't ever walk away. Don't walk away, my love.
Time on the clock, it's ticking and turning. If you got it on lock, then we don't got a reason to waste our time. No more, we gotta do this for life, for sure.
Cause you and me, we want this life. You're the reason why I shine so bright. Oh baby, you're the reason why I don't wanna be alone
Now
tonight.
that I go around and know that is love. I know I give it every single thing I got. I choose you. I don't ever want to lose you. Can't imagine it if you walk away. Don't ever walk away. Don't walk away, my love.
And I choose you. I don't ever want to lose you. Can't imagine it
I choose you. I don't ever wanna lose you. Can't imagine it. If you walk away, don't ever walk away. Don't walk away, my love.
And I choose you. I don't ever want to lose you. Can't imagine if you walk away.
Welcome back. As you can see, I'm not by myself. Yes, I am here with Pastor Beth. Even ndio aliniambia last time nikasema next time tunaongea. That's exactly what I'm going to tell her. So I would say on my end, this has been such a successful event. Ahadi reusable pads. So you came, you invited us to the event. Na sasa tuko hapa. How has the event been for you?
I think the event has been rather exciting.
Yes.
It's going on the way I had expected,
All
though we
right.
started a bit late.
Okay.
But we have caught up.
Yeah.
And we're just making strides.
Okay.
I can see my guests enjoying.
Right.
They are really giving us information that is informative and impactful.
Wow.
All the people who have attended today will have their attitudes changed.
Right.
And they will have learned of how they can engage issues menstrual health.
Beautiful. And you said information. Now, I'm curious to find out from you, what has been a recurring theme, with the things that are being shared? Because, some people have come on here and said what's important is awareness. Some people have said today is about dignity. Everybody has their perspective, We've also spoken to some of the business owners that are displaying their goods, like Pishibora Pale. And so for you, what have you seen as the recurring theme, and what's the message on today's event?
The recurring theme is upholding the dignity of women and girls in menstruation.
Okay.
And making menstruation common because it's a normal, common daily life occurrence.
Yes.
As we're seated in this place, maybe a third of the girls
Yes.
and women are already menstruating.
Yeah.
And the world over, I think half the population of the menstruators are on. So the recurring theme is that we should not shame one another.
Yeah.
We should not take advantage of each other.
Yes.
Especially on the vulnerable.
Yeah.
We should reach out and comfort even our very own or anybody. We could find somebody on the street and they don't have sufficient protection.
Right.
We just talk to them.
Yeah.
I know somebody, a man in town who walks around with pads full
wow
in his back, the back of his car.
Wow.
And all of us should emulate and pick up something that we can do to assist women in the workplace, in the school, in the marketplace. We should all look out for women because without menstruation, there is no generation.
Wow, without menstruation, there is no generation. That is so powerful. And as we this is just, just a short commentary on your end because, guys, Pastor Beth is busy. We don't want to keep her for long. She needs to make sure that this event it continues to run as well as it has. And I would say that you guys are doing quite a good job because I've had guys from the Ambassador Academy saying that they didn't know about reusable pads. One of the educators, yes, they didn't know before, and they said now they are happy to hear that there is a better way to support those that would like that as an option.
And just to chip in, these girls need support from us.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to give to Ahadi,
yes,
this is one of the groups that we are going to give to.
Right.
They are needy.
Yeah.
And we step in.
Wow.
We have a school in Siaya. We have a school in several schools in Kakamega.
Yes.
Busia.
Yes.
And anybody who wants to come out and support, I know there are people who are philanthropy and they wonder what shall we do.
Yeah.
Here we are, come and we work together.
Ebu wakumbushe where to find you to offer that support.
We are found, if you check online, Ahadi reusable pads.
Ahadi reusable pads.
Or you check Bethsheba Otuga.
Okay.
Things will just pop out.
Ahadi reusable. Yes, Ahadi reusable pads, Bethsheba Otuga is where. So that's where you can lend support. So just a closing note to anybody who might be watching this.
The closing note is that we're impacting girls and women, and we are breaking through in the menstrual arena. We want to be the thought leader So I know all of you want to lead. Come and join us.
Yeah.
And we will lead
Yeah.
in this area together.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Join together. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Thank you so much for hosting us and for organizing this event.
We are also very thankful that you came. This is great support.
Yeah.
And you can be supported by in any manner.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right. Beautiful. So you guys, we're going to be back shortly.
Second chances of you, and right now till the end, I know I'll always choose you. Or refreshed by your waters, let me sail through. Sweet, passionate man, peaceful mind, and wonder-filled are you. Never knew love was forever till I met you. Now it's for need you to know and remember that I've got you and you me. Now it's you and me. Let's get lost in the wonder of what could be. Let's get tempered to weather the storm and come out better. Just you and me, let's grow together.
Alrighty, welcome back to Power Radio. Welcome back to Power Radio. My name is Caroline Morote. In case you're just joining us, right? And that was Lisa Odor Noah for keeps. And I hope that that's the game that you are playing with the people that you have in your life. And yes, speaking about keeping things, yes, we are keeping track of on this conversation. This International Day of Menstrual Hygiene, and we are talking about dignified periods and taking care of girls. We are live on field here at the Kenya National Theatre, Ukumbi Ndogo, and we are collaborating with Ahadi Reusable, gracious host, and just such a fantastic event. And keep bumping into people. And the gentleman has just come in right now, and he's going to introduce himself and let us know what he does. So, hi, sir. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, please let us know who you are, how you want these people to know you.
Okay. I am Dr. Justus Okeo.
Dr. Justus Okeo.
I am a registrar in obstetrics and gynecology.
Okay.
At the University of Nairobi.
All right.
Practicing at Kenyatta National Hospital.
All right, beautiful. Yes. So you are very intimately dealing with women, if I could put it like that.
Yes.
You are getting deep into our business.
Yeah, in terms of reproductive health and women's health.
Yes.
We are the top of the list.
I love that. It's the confidence for me, and that's what we need to see, because I think we need, as a country, we need to have more confidence in our medical system. So now, Justus, why are you here at this event today? Why not be, at work? Just doing the other important things you do. Why not be? Why is it important for practitioners such as yourself to show up for events like this?
Okay. Well, I got involved with the Hadi just earlier this month when I met the CEO of Sheba.
Right.
At one event earlier in the month. Mm-hmm. And she had me speak, of course, in a separate topic.
Right.
But she approached me because when she heard that I was a gynecologist in training, and they were looking forward to celebrate this World Menstrual Hygiene Day, she thought it was a perfect opportunity so that I can come and speak.
Right.
And I was excited about that opportunity because, again, hoping to become a gynecologist, we are the top of the list in terms of reproductive health and women care.
Yes.
It was important that I come speak about it. Of course, being of the male gender, again, now this is where the key thing is, because we need more men involved in understanding menstruation, understanding the women, what they go through, just to emulate eliminate some of the stigma and the bad perception that are there towards menstruation. Yeah, so I'm happy to be here, and I spoke about some of the medical and biological aspects of menstruation,
right?
Some of the challenges that the women experience, some of the remedies out there, and just to get a brief understanding, because the audience was primarily young kids, teenagers.
Yes.
Some were just starting out to have their menstrual cycle, so it's important for them to know that menstruation is normal.
Right.
They should be open and feel safe to talk about it, so they're not living in stigma, or they're probably thinking there's something shameful about going through menstruation. So it was important, and to see how even they themselves embrace this day, like the skit that one school performed, on how certain barriers in terms of this talk about menstruation is there with the parents, with the teachers, with the peers.
Yeah.
So just to be able to break down those barriers, I think it was very important to have this event organized.
Wow, and I think we're all glad that you took the challenge, and decided to grace the event with your presence.
Sure.
And I think the day has been quite impactful. But you've mentioned something. You've talked about some of those people are teenagers. They're just starting off. So as you were starting off in life, whatever version of starting off is, it might be as a teenager, as a younger adult, as a young man. How informed were you about periods, and what was your perspective about periods before you decided you were going to be a doctor, before you started, being resourceful, with women and our reproductive system?
Okay. Well, I must admit, I didn't have enough information growing up.
Yes.
Although I grew up in a largely female home.
Okay.
Having 3 sisters.
Right.
One other brother. So, of course, they were not very, very open about what they were going through and how which products they were using and all.
It wasn't a conversation that was being had with you anyway.
Yeah, it was with me.
Yeah.
Anyway. I think probably my first information getting was largely primary school.
Okay.
For those of us who went through it for 4, class 6 was that year where
now there is this.
Yes, because the topic in biology was learning about now the human
reproductive system.
So that's usually the first information I got about menstruation. Yeah.
All right. And did that change your interaction with your sisters at any point, or did it just change your understanding? What did it bring any change when you learned about periods, menstruation in school?
Yeah, I think just probably my understanding of it, and just being being aware that this thing, it is normal.
Happens.
This is how the body operates, and
Yes.
this is something that even for ages has been there.
Yeah.
And even played a key role towards even me deciding to dedicate my entire life right now towards championing for reproductive health for the women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it did change my understanding and awareness of the process.
Okay, beautiful. I'm happy for that. Now, my question is with where you are now and everything that you know.
Well, I think I will have a different relationship with my daughters.
Okay.
Because for such a long time,
Yeah.
the traditional African man
Yes.
has been so distant.
Yes.
In terms of,
Mama.
man and your mama, if
Yeah.
you're having this, go to your mother,
Yes.
they'll handle it,
Yes.
Even when you see some, on film, on, TV and all.
What is modeled?
What is modeled?
Yeah.
Back in the day when, let's say, a girl has a first, the mother was away, and then it's the father who is in the house, they are shell-shocked. They don't know what to do. They don't know which product to buy. They don't know
It's traumatizing for them as well.
Yeah, so to be able to have that, information and be prepared for
Right.
it. Yeah, so to be able to have that, information and be prepared for
Right.
it. And even just have the courage to even discuss, this is what to expect, this is what you can do.
Wow.
I'm sure it will able to, even give them confidence to speak out on things. Because sometimes they experience so many things that they may not be able to readily talk about.
Yeah.
But if, for me as a father, I create that approachable environment, I think that'll be so much helpful and impactful for them to even have a much more healthy experience
Yes.
in terms of their menstruation. Just have, of course, even a fulfilling life.
And I hope we get to the point where we meet
True,
you one
yeah,
day with
yeah.
your 3 daughters and 1 son,
Oh,
or
3.
just whatever number,
2, 1,
whatever
yeah.
number,
Yeah.
you know, just to have a balanced conversations where every gender is represented and everybody can play their role, not because they're left out, you know. So now with the traditional African man. That most of us, not because they wanted to, but that is all they knew. That is what they were modeled
the culture
into.
they-
It was
they
the
lived.
culture. Yes, and now there's a new culture of information, of openness, vulnerability, safe spaces. What do you think, from your perspective as a professional and also just as an African man, on top done to bridge that gap? Because we can't say we're waiting for the 16-year-olds. There are still women living with their husbands. There's a fathers currently right now. You know, just they might be a bit older, but they're still there. So now there's just young boys that we're educating. That's beautiful. But then there's still a whole generation of men who don't want to hear about women's issues, or they have not been enculturated into being comfortable. So what do you think could move at the same pace, or a good pace, a rational pace, with everybody on board?
I mean, see, we just break down the barriers, you know.
Okay.
For so long, we've not able to embrace that cycle of, you know, communication. Well,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it starts at a young age.
Right.
Like the way we've modeled, you know, this school going kids.
Yeah.
When they start early, they develop that mind frame. The way in the past they were in that culture because that was what was passed down to them.
Yes.
So if you can you start them early, because, you know, when you're a teen, you are absorbing so much, and what you learn as a young adult usually persists on into later in life.
Yeah.
So we start to model these young boys early so that they
Yes.
have that mindset.
Yes.
And we are lucky we are in the modern
Yes.
age. Information is everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we get these conversations, you know, social media, and the Instagram, the frequent nowadays, the TikTok, the Facebooks, the WhatsApp, you know. So this message becomes a constant.
Right.
Okay.
We normalize it.
We normalize it. Okay. Because once you learn about something, maybe you're interested, you go into Google. Maybe a boy, okay, so this thing about menstruation,
Yeah.
let me find out so
Yeah.
many information about it.
Yeah.
And they get a whole thing. There are many videos,
Yeah.
you know, like probably today there'll be so many materials to circulate around, you know. So if we start to model them early,
Right.
we'll break down all those, you know, barriers that have been put, you know, for such a long time.
Right.
We start them early. As they grow up to become adult, then there'll be no barrier in terms of being, you know, scared or embarrassed about talking about these things openly.
Yeah.
And it won't define a man that, you know, a total man is not supposed to be.
Yeah.
involved
Siambiwa
in
kona
business.
umama.
Yeah, you know, because
it's also manly to talk about periods.
yeah, at the end of the day, you'll have a wife, you'll have daughters.
Yes.
So a man's business should be a woman's business.
I love that. That's beautiful. I don't staki kuharibu. That is well said, and I think that's a good place to put a cap on it. So just other than everything you have said, just inspire somebody, you know, just about having inclusive conversations and how they can participate from wherever it is they are, their small corner. Here we have people selling spices, reusable pads. We have students, educators, the media. You're in medicine. So just inspire somebody and let them know, you know, what they can do from where they're at.
Okay. I think I'll start off by saying, you know, no act is so small, okay? Wherever you are, you know, every profession, every walk of life, there is something, you know, you can't do. I mean, as I remember, probably, you know, primary school, willing to cover up a girl.
Yeah.
That we seen probably had a mishap.
Yeah.
So cycle.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
If you see, you know, a woman on a cycle, be ready to be compassionate and, you know, and empathetic, you know. Sometimes we not readily see it.
Yeah.
But with the proper information, we can observe the signs keenly, okay?
Yeah.
And be able to approach the subject. Because sometimes, okay, you could be wrong. You could see some signs, but then,
Yes.
okay, so,
Yes.
but to being open to approach a woman and to ask them, are you struggling in any way?
Yeah.
In any way, maybe it's, you know, in the workplace,
Yeah.
maybe even sports, you know, any other activity.
Yeah.
So no act is so small, okay? The women need our support. They need also our kindness and our compassion so that we can make this process, which is biological and normal, to be as less stressful as possible.
Wow, beautiful. No act is too small. So that is some wise words that we are going to take seriously from Dr. Justice. And now we're gonna let him go look for lunch or look for somebody else to empower.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you so much for having this conversation with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and Maliuko, we are going to see you soon. Now, if you don't see us, just know we've gone for a long lunch. Okay.
All right.
Love you guys, and from us here at Power Radio, it's been a beautiful coverage of the menstrual hygiene day here at Hadi Reusable Pads happening at Kenya National Theatre. So we're gonna see you guys. I love you, and bye bye.
Cause for me things really aren't the same.